Stream Sports, proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Stream Sports welcomes you to Franklin High School for tonight's Week 1 matchup between the Titusville Rockets and the Franklin Knights. Our coverage of Rocket football this season made possible by these great sponsors: by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub, by Armstrong, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by the Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, by Pro Threads Print Shop, by Marsh Home Center, by the Titusville Mill, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. And once again, we welcome you here to Franklin High School. The matchup is between the Rockets and the Knights. Well, last time Steve and I were here, it was for track, and it was rainy and cold, and
it was a miserable day.
It was. It is a nice night tonight. We'll get to the weather a little bit later on here, but again, we welcome you to a brand new season of high school football. In the booth, we've got Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer. Down on the field this year, we've got Mr. Pat Nosko, and we'll be welcoming Pat here shortly, and looking forward to having him. We want to say hi to Bill, who's watching tonight. Bill, we hope you're doing well, and you're going to be missed this season, but we can rip on Bill all we want because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, but he's going to show up in the third week, and then we're going to get it. So
then we're going to feel bad,
Yeah, we'll blame it all on Luke.
There you go. Guys, new season, expectations, what are you looking forward to?
Well, it's a big win here tonight for either one of these squads. Titus coming in 3-7, Franklin 0-4 last year. So both these ball clubs are looking to get things started off really positive way. But for Titusville, it's a very important game, I think, Steve, to see the things that they've worked on during the pregame or the preseason, the passing game, the running game, what's going to work, what's not going to work. And last year was a 14-13 ball game, so, it's not really a walkover. But I think it's an important game for Coach Reynolds as he gets his season underway.
Well, I think so. This is a big opening night for both ball clubs because, like you say, both teams have been struggling in the past couple of years. It's important, I think, for these teams to get off on the right foot. Titusville, like you said, won 14-13. We blocked an extra point, gave us the win.
Yep.
So I don't think we have to worry about either team coming in here thinking they've got an easy one on their hands. I think both teams are going to be ready to play football tonight. It should be a good ball game.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what Titusville will do. McDonald will be a quarterback. He picked it up at the last 3 games, I believe, last season when he moved Brock out to wideout. So we know he has a little bit of experience, but he comes in here pretty much new to that position. So that's going to be a key to Titusville. The running game for Titusville is going to be big with Colville running in the backfield, with Mung carrying some. So all those aspects have to come together if we're going to be successful here, not just tonight, but this season.
Yeah, it is. And you're going to find kids in different positions. They're going to have to get used to it pretty quick. Like we said, Mung was a tight end for most part last year. You're going to see him probably a little bit in the backfield off the wing position. So it's going to be an interesting adjustment for some of these kids to have a good season.
Well, guys, we want to welcome you officially inside the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show, and we thank those sponsors for joining us here for the fall sports season, which will include football and soccer, golf this year, and who knows what else is going to pop up, volleyball. So looking forward to that. Hey, Steve, you had a chance to sit down with Coach.
Yes.
And
one of the players.
One of the players.
Yes.
And that's coming up next as our coverage continues here from Franklin inside the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show. Back after this.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business. business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Hey.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Oh, yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville.
A broken furnace can freeze a family on the go. Stay on schedule with furnace maintenance before the snow flies. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning has nearly 40 years of HVAC experience. Our home comfort engineers maintain, troubleshoot, and repair nearly all systems at an outstanding value. With just a few clicks, our state-of-the-art software schedules arrival time, finish time, and provides fast, easy paperless billing. Visit VanderhoofHeatingandAir.com or call 814-671-3226. With Vanderhoof, seasons change, but not your comfort.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Titusville Rocket pregame show as we kick off the 2023-2024 season. With me is Coach Reynolds of the Titusville Rockets and Mason Titus. He'll be playing for the Rockets tonight. You'll be able to watch him. Let's start with you, Coach. Beginning of the year, so expectations are always high for everybody. You had one scrimmage with both Sagertown and Erie High School. What'd you learn from that?
It was a great scrimmage. We had an opportunity for these guys to get some good experience, come together, build some confidence. You had everything under the sun. You had single A Sagertown running a wing T style offense that you'll see commonly at that level. And then you'll have Erie High 6A with some of the best backs we'll ever see in terms of speed and agility on the field. So it gave these guys a great chance to adapt to the speed, defensively speaking. And offense, we saw some fronts that we don't normally face because within their schedule, they're playing a lot of spread teams and offenses that we just won't see through the season. So it was a super productive day. My hat's off to Coach Wolfgang at Sagertown for organizing that, and the coaches at Erie High for bringing their kids down and having a great day out.
And it's interesting because you only get the one scrimmage now. Back in the old days, Mason, I'm not so old that we wore the leather helmets. We still had face masks, mind you, but we always got two, and you lost that one scrimmage. So that makes it a little bit more difficult to start preparing, especially for a new season.
Absolutely, and it's a challenge. Even when we had your kids back in the day, we still had two. So we're trying to get these guys in shape. So we have to understand we have a week of HEDAC, a week of actual contact. So when they play a scrimmage on Saturday, they've only been practicing for 5 days actually hitting people. So we have to be very efficient with our time. We have to make sure that we're getting these guys in shape and making sure they're ready to go, because when they go out Friday night, back in the day, this would be our second scrimmage. So we do expect a lot more from them, and they've responded in terms of conditioning, in terms of what we're putting in offensively, because we really need, our system has to be done at that scrimmage, because once that scrimmage is done, we start talking about Franklin, Sharpsville, Meadville. Each week is a new team. We want to focus on each team as we go, as we build out for our season.
Speaking of Franklin, we're here tonight. What are we looking at from Franklin's offense?
So Franklin's offense, you're going to see a big tight end out there, and last year they had a big tight end, and they're doing it again this year. There's some question at quarterback with Franklin. There's two guys that they've been talking about. We're not sure who we're going to see out in the field. Based on what we're seeing on film, we expect them to run the ball in some two-back sets, maybe some split backs. He'll be underneath center. One of their best plays they run is an ISO counter type play where you'll see an ISO off one side, cutting back to the other side. Second thing is they have Cole Buckley. Cole Buckley is a really good athlete from Franklin. He did a nice job last year. He had an interception against us, a couple of nice receptions. And so he's a good defensive back, also a good wide receiver. The real question we need to answer on offense is are they going to throw the ball to them, and how are they going to get the ball to him? And that's going to talk about where these guys fit within the run versus the pass on this team.
And Mason, you play strong safety for Titusville, so defensively you've heard Coach talk about Franklin's offense. What do you look for now when you're out there? What is your responsibility at the strong safety position?
Just watch what everyone else has got to do. Like, make sure everyone else is doing their jobs right and calling out how receivers line up and where to fill our gaps.
Okay, and so you're more because you're in the backfield, in the defensive backfield. You've got a good view of where everybody's at. You can make corrections if somebody's not in the right spot.
Yep.
How do you address when you start dealing with the unknowns with teams like you say? You're not sure what quarterback's going to play. You're not sure if they really want to run. How quickly do you make that determination in the ball game?
So the first thing is we have questions we need to answer right off the bat. We need to know where Cole Buckley's at, both offensively and defensively. We need to answer those questions within the first 5 or 6 plays. Second thing is you can know 100% for sure a defense is going to walk out and do something different for your offense, and vice versa. We might give them a look they don't see. So when we talk to kids and we coach these guys up, we expect them to make decisions, and there's going to be a point where Mason's going to be out there and see something new. Can't call a timeout every time. So it's about these kids taking that responsibility of doing their job, mentally focused, and see something and make a decision and go with it. And if it's the right decision, go for it. If we don't call the right coverage, then we recover and we change it the next time. It's the nature of the beast and how high school football goes.
Let's flip the ball now. Franklin's defense. If I'm not mistaken, last year, 4-man front, 3 backers. Expecting it to be the same, I would think, this year. How are you going to attack their defense?
When we look at this team offensively and defensively, I feel their defense is better than their offense at this point in the season. I think some of their safeties with Buckley back there is a little better with some of their corners. The front line itself, I'm not 100% sure how that matches up with us. We do expect them to put 8 guys in the box. So when you guys are watching, counting, you're going to count 8 up in the box and 3 DBs back. That's what I expect to see. We'll see from there what they do. There was some odd front looks they ran in their scrimmage against Mercer High, which was a little different than what they normally do. So we don't know if that's a sign of things to come for us. But either way, when we teach our kids, our offensive line, we're talking about we don't block people, we block rules. So we take our rules with us. And when they throw something crazy we've never seen, they just go to the rule and work to the next step. And that's how you prepare a team for the unknown in the season.
And now, do they play primarily zone, or are you looking for more man-to-man in pass coverage?
We've seen 2 deep zones from them primarily. Now, they were playing a wing T team that had, most of the guys in the backfield. So you're seeing a 2 deep zone, a 3 deep zone. Most of the guys are running run support underneath. Safeties are not really involved at this point. We didn't see much of them fitting up into the box. They would be filling later on at 7 to 8 yards.
So, Mason, you play the slot receiver. Now, explain a little bit, because a lot of people I don't think truly understand the difference between a slot receiver and what a wideout might do. What are your responsibilities in the slot that might differ a little bit from the wideout?
So a slot receiver, I could be sent on motion compared to the guys out wide. They're not going to be running all the way in. I could be getting the ball or doing different routes like shallow and going deep and doing everything else.
Okay. And now, when you run your routes, are you looking, as you're running it, you're reading the defense as well, whether you're in zone or in man, and that dictates what route you run?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to be on the same page as McDonald, a quarterback. Otherwise, he's going to throw a man route, and you're running a zone route. Yeah. And that's why you see a lot of passes that are sailing over somebody's head and so forth.
Yep.
Well, there you have it tonight. Titusville and Franklin is going to open up this year's season. We are at Franklin tonight. I'd like you all to come back and enjoy a good ball game. We'll be back right after this.
Transform your business internet with Armstrong Business Solutions. Our advanced 10G fiber optic network gives you the ability to experience lightning-fast upload and download speeds with unlimited data. But that's not all. Wireless internet backup combats network disruptions, and Business Pro Wi-Fi helps monitor and manage your network from anywhere. Get your business up to speed with connectivity that works for you from Armstrong Business Solutions. Go to armstrongonewire.com/business.
Whoever said, "It's only a dog," never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charlie Gates. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, and I spend most of my time here at Titusville Area Hospital. I'm a general orthopedic surgeon. I perform wrist fracture surgery, ankle fracture surgery, and hip fracture surgeries. I do carpal tunnels and trigger fingers, and knee arthroscopies and shoulder arthroscopies. I look forward to serving the patients here in the hospital.
And welcome back to Franklin High School. Inside the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show, Luke Rio, Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer. We've got Pat Nosco down on the field. We had some rain overnight. Weren't quite sure what we were getting to on the way here, but I think it's going to be a pretty good night tonight for high school football, Jim.
Well, it should be. It's a bit humid, and so we'll talk to Pat Nosco in a moment about how that might affect the kids. Mostly cloudy, 74 degrees out there, 6% precipitation, winds out of the northwest, as you can see, by 6 miles per hour. But Pat, mostly my concern would be with the humidity and so on. How's that going to affect cramps and that kind of thing down there in the field?
I'm sure it's going to affect them somewhat. For every team is going to be affected by that equally, though. Nice thing is, coming in, they should be used to the nice warm summer, that it's not too bad, keep the kids well hydrated. Both teams look real sharp when they were warming up. You know, you didn't see the ball bouncing around much. They looked pretty consistent in what they were doing, having all the long snaps coming right into the hands. They look good.
Well, that's going to be the key to the whole ball game too, I think, is being able to control the ball. Pat Nosco is being brought to you by the Titusville Dairy Products and the Titusville Mill, fine sponsors for the Wireless Bank.
Yeah, great seafood and steak specials all weekend at the mill, in case you're looking for something to
I
eat
thought he was
this
talking
weekend.
about the dairy there for a while.
Well, I did too, but he's not, we haven't got the game over with. He's starting to eat already.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, hey, our pregame show will continue right after this from Franklin. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom, ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville. ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. Check out our designs on Facebook or online at ProThreadsPrintShop.com. For superior service with personalized attention, talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
When we say don't trust your internet to just anyone, we mean it. At Armstrong, our network is monitored 24/7 by multiple highly trained engineers, not just a single person. What else? If you ever have a problem, all service visits are free. That's right, we come to your home to fix things, unlike those other guys. Armstrong, unmatched employees, unmatched technology, unmatched fiber network.
Would you love to exercise, but pain is holding you back? The aquatic therapy offered at Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy may benefit anyone suffering from joint pain, recovery from joint replacements, or other surgeries, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, muscle weakness, or other physical limitations. In the comfort of a heated pool and with private one-on-one sessions, the professionals at TAH Physical Therapy can help. Call today for more information. 827-0354.
And welcome back to Franklin High School inside the Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show.
You know, Steve, Coach was talking about the Franklin Knights, their offense and so on. They have a young man by the name of Cole Buckley. He had a lot of nice things to say about Cole. We know he's a very fine athlete. He talks about running the counter, which has been a nemesis for Titusville over the years, being able to control that. We were watching him warm up with Tobias Sanchez at the backfield. Seemed to be a strong, quick kid. So how are those things going to affect us as we get going here?
Well, the first thing you got to watch for, with the coach alluded to in the interview, was you got to find Cole Buckley, you got to find where he's at, so that your defense knows where he is and can focus there. As far as a counter, it's just a matter of knowing your responsibility, staying at home, particularly in the backside. If you bite on that fake and that counter comes back at you and you're out of position, they're going to get 20, 30 yards on you. As far as the ground game goes, it's all up to the guys up front. It's a line of scrimmage battle. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you're going to nullify that ground game. Box him up and wait for help. You don't have to make the stop, but gum that thing up in the middle so that they can't get loose.
Well, in the second tier, you got to keep them under the second tier, and that's the way those linemen, like you say, if they can gum it all up in the middle, let the linebackers come up and hit. But that's going to be the key, and we'll see whether or not Titus will be able to control that part of the ball game. On the other side of the game, we got Colville running at backfield, coming in at 165. I saw him this summer. He's been lifting, looks a little stronger. We don't have the great speed. We're not going to break away and run 100 yards on him, but 4 yards in a cloud of dust is a good football.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about it in the past seasons. You only need 3 yards is a good running play. If you can get 3 yards every play, you're going to score a touchdown. That's just the way it works out mathematically. Colville will give you a nice option. He's got decent quickness, decent speed. He may not be able to break it 80 yards for a touchdown, but if you can get a running back to give you 3 to 4, 20 to 40-yard runs, and he's capable of doing that, you're in good shape on your ground game.
Well, when you were talking about the up-front men, if you can get Colville into the second tier, even Mung when he's carrying, or Titus for that matter, a lot of things can happen.
Yep, things will happen.
Well, we're about 6 minutes away from the kickoff here at Franklin High School. Opening game, Franklin and Titusville. It's going to be a good one. Stay with us. Kickoff coming your way.
And that will wrap up our Kreiner Real Estate Marsh Home Center pregame show. Kickoff coming up.
It takes teamwork and commitment in order to succeed. Just like all our local area high school athletes are doing this fall, we offer the same teamwork and commitment to all your vehicle sales, service, and parts needs at Donovan & Bauer Auto Group in Titusville. At Donovan & Bauer, you can see your favorite Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, and pre-owned vehicles all in one lot. We at Donovan & Bauer wish good luck to all our local area athletes this fall. When you have the time, we invite you to find new roads and visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or shop online at donovanbauer.com and donovanandbauerautogroup.com.
Oil Creek Plastics has provided quality, service, and integrity to their customers and community. Their talented and committed employees strive to deliver to their clients the best products that are American-made. In that spirit, our high school athletes show commitment to their school and community, excelling at every event. In these times of uncertainty, community comes together. Oil Creek Plastics is proud to support the Titusville Rockets and continue traditions that are made in the USA.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.
Going deep.
Got him.
Got him. Touchdown. Got a man going to the end zone. He's there. Koval. Touchdown. Ah, nice job with the feet. Yes. That was one good catch.
It's week one of high school football. Tonight, The Titusville Rockets are on the road taking on the Franklin Knights. It's a beautiful night tonight. Mostly cloudy skies. Right now about 74. Should be a great night.
Looking forward to it, Luke, because as we mentioned in the pregame, this is a big game for both these ball clubs. You want to get this season started with a win and get things moving along the right way here. So this comes up to be a big ball game. Captains are about ready to meet out in the center of the field. We'll have a toss of the coin, find out who's going to be on offense and who's going to be on defense here to get things underway. How important, Steve, to offense or defense on the opening kickoff?
You'd like to have the option. That way you can play to your team's strength. If I'm Titusville, to be honest with you right now, I would be taking the ball if I win the toss. I'd put my offense out there in the field and see whether or not they can stop me right off the bat.
That's been kind of the way they've worked over the past in doing that. We'll find out what their decision will be as we're waiting for the officials to take the captains out. And Pat, if you're down there in the field, what's your take on offense or defense on the kickoff?
I always love to see defense go first. You know, make that big play, that big hit. That's always been my preference, but again, I see the coach's point of view. Get your offense out there, let them see what's going on. But boy, as a player, that defense, get that first big hit in.
Pat's moving into the center field, and we'll have the referees here toss the coin.
All right, just a reminder, like I said, I want you guys to help keep control of this game, all right? Let's have a good, clean game with good sportsmanship, okay? Franklin, you guys won the toss and elected to defer, and you're going to kick away from the scoreboard, so if you guys backs.
Okay, let's see here. Looks like Franklin won the toss, and they have deferred. So they will let Titus take
So Franklin's going to defer, and Titus will receive. So Titus will have the offense out on the field the first possession. So we'll get a chance right away to see what happens offensively for the Rockets.
Well, I think that's what you kind of want to have, I think, if you're Titusville. Let's get your offense out in the field, get things cooking a little bit, see what we can get accomplished here early in this ball game. Ideally, if you're Titusville, you want to take this ball down, get a touchdown early, and put the heat on Franklin right off the bat.
Titusville will be receiving. We'll see who they send back deep as they huddle up for the last time. My guess is Koval might be in the back. Sometimes Titusville will run two backs in the kickoff return, and we'll watch for that.
Watch for Mung back there as well.
Mung was back there last year a good bit, yes. So all set to go. Team's coming out, and it will be, it looks like McDonald's back there. Couldn't be McDonald's, right? No, 21. That's Titus. And 14 for Wolfkill.
Titus and Wolfkill.
So it'll be Wolfkill and Titus to receive. They're standing back at about the 5-yard line. Good crowd here this evening to get this game underway and this season underway. As Franklin will tie it up. Bennington will be doing the kicking for the Fenningworth, for Franklin. Good kicker. We've watched him over the last couple of years.
Yeah, good soccer player.
Yeah, he is. All set to go, waiting for the whistle, and the 2023 football season about to get underway for the Rockets and the Knights. Fenningworth is going to kick it. It's going to go to Titus. It's out of his hands. He's going to pick it up at the 1. Going to come up the right side. Gets a good block, good seal block out of the 25, the 30. Knocked out of bounds at 32. That's a good return considering we missed the catch.
Yeah, it always makes you nervous when that ball gets line drive to you and you're trying to catch it over your head like that. But he didn't panic. That was the nice thing. He stopped, got the ball on his hands under control, and then made his best read. So here we go. Ian McDonald will be quarterback. Koval and Mung will be your backs. Tyson, Wolfkill, and Miller, your wide receivers and tight end. These are the guys up front. McGowan, Hancock, Kerr, Merritt, and Winters. These are the ones that are going to decide whether or not we can run the ball.
Titus will come out of the huddle, and they'll have wideouts on each side, which is standard wing left for Titusville. McDonald at quarterback on the snap. It's given up to Koval out across the 40, 45, 50, down at about midfield. Good job offensive line.
Nice
Very
job
good
up
job.
front. They do a nice job of opening up a hole on the left side. Titusville had a lot of success with that play last year, that quick, not really a counter, but that off-tackle run to the left.
Titusville will send Titus and Wolfkill wide right in the slot right. Looking for a call from the offensive. Must be sending them in signals in as they line up.
That was a part of the conversation we had where Coach was putting more responsibility on the players.
On players this year, yeah. They're looking to, trying to see if Franklin's going to make any adjustment in their defense.
Now set to go. In motion, Titus. Ball's given off to him. Comes across the left side. That's Koval. Breaks the tackles at the 40, 30. He's at the 25, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 20, and that's exactly what we talked about. Give us a 10, 15 yards, and we'll take her in.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. And this is what you're going to get with Jackson Koval, this style of a running back. Here it's basically the same play. Both guards pull. He does a nice job, gets a good block right there in the middle of the hole, and then you can see angle from Franklin. That was Buckley. That's the one that we watch when they're on offense.
McGowan got a good block for Titusville on that downfield. So again, Titusville lines up. They'll send Wolfco now wide left. They got a man in the slot left. I'm going to guess that's Titus. Titus was looking over to the bench, taking a lot of time. Line up this. Is this something new for Titusville? We didn't see this last year.
No, they're drawing signals after the initial formation call, and then you'll notice there are 3 guys down there in red, blue, and yellow pennies with signs, and they will raise them, and that's going to constitute what play they're going to look at.
Oh, I thought it was the Wiggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not the Wiggles.
Long is in the slot right. He's in motion. He has the ball, gets to the outside, cuts upfield. He's across the 10 and down to about the 9-yard line. So they apparently have something on that right side of the defense that they'd be hitting pretty good, Pat.
Hey, they're blocking. The whole line is blocking well. Titusville has to be proud of that offensive line. The blocks are all the way across, backside and front side. They seem to be controlling that line of scrimmage, keying people off so that there's room in the backfield for them to run. They look sharp right now, real sharp.
This time Wolfkill again goes wide to the left. Titus is in the slot left. Mung, wing right. McDonald looking over to the bench. We'll have to talk to Coach about all this. Kind of a new wiggle.
We saw Grove City use those, the cards. And
for a couple of years ago, the last we were in that league, we saw them. Titusville now making a change, and this is an interesting
set to go.
And so far, it's working well for him.
He come the other way. Koval up the middle, and he's going to be hit. Brought down at about the 7.
Not the 9, isn't it? Where do they? You're getting confused with the soccer line?
Yeah, about the 9, excuse me.
Yeah. And there again, they're trying to pull this one now to the right side. I think Jackson should have given that quick step into the area he ran, but then tried to bounce it outside.
Now Titus makes a move, and they bring Wolfkill wide to the right.
The Reed stayed home on that too, because that's the gentleman who made the tackle for Franklin.
Yeah.
He was supposed to bite in close, and he stayed right at home. That's why he made the tackle right where he should have.
We have trips to the right side for Titusville. Now we in motion is Koval. The ball is going to Koval, cuts upfield, across the 5, and he's going to be hit right about the 5-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down for Titusville. 8:33 left to go here in the first quarter. Titusville with a good drive.
Yeah, and here again, it's just the same play. We're pulling guards, kicking one out, and then we get a hole opening up. Now, Jackson hit that hole a little quicker because he had to before he had the lead blocker, but we're having a lot of success going to our left side.
Koval goes wide to the left. That's a different set. They have Mong, Titus, and Wolfkill wide to the right. McDonald by himself in the backfield, set to go. Going to throw, looking over the middle. He's going to roll to his right, still rolling to his right, up the field, touchdown McDonald.
Nice job reading that.
Good read on that. And and great blocking by that offensive line every play.
You'll see this quickly. He'll pull it quickly because he's going to see an opening on the right side. He's going to take a look to his left. He's got one-on-one coverage with Jackson. Then he starts to come to the right, and there's a big opening lane there. He's going to take that every time.
You know, it's a 65-yard drive, first possession, about 65 on the first possession. So Titusville getting set for the extra point attempt. It's 7:52. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 Titusville. It's 7:52 left in the first quarter. Very good drive by the Rockets.
Well, that's what you wanted to do. You got the opening kickoff. You wanted to put your offense on the field, and they did exactly what you wanted to do. They controlled the line of scrimmage. It's an interesting thing here with the difference in the way they're calling plays for their offense, and it's a very methodical.
Yes.
It's not a hurry up. This is almost a slowdown type of offense off this first drive. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not that pace of the game for our offense continues throughout the night.
Well, we'll find out what our defense can do now, but that was a very good drive for Titusville. I was impressed with that. It's a whole new series. You have signs on the Titusville side, and they're holding up signs to tell them the play call.
Yeah, there's all different kinds of insignias on there, and whatever code they call in there, you read it, and you're off and running.
I'd be in trouble out there, wouldn't I?
No, because they're pictures. You'd be okay.
Oh.
It doesn't say long hair freaky people need not apply.
No, it doesn't say that.
Oh, long hair freaky. I'm freaky, but not long hair. I have more than most people up here in the booth, though.
I felt bad. Steve called me the other night while I was getting my hair cut. But you handled it well.
At least you needed a haircut. That's
Titusville's kickoff is going to be short. It's going to be taken at about the 20. Coming across the 25, breaking it to the outside, and he's going to be hit and brought down at about the 27-yard line. Pretty good coverage by Titusville, and Franklin will take over first down and 10.
Yeah, Aiden Yoder, the first one down there to make contact, did a nice job of hitting and trying to wrap. Now he got away from him, but by that time, pursuit had come from the inside. So now we get a chance to look at our Titusville defense and see if we can get this, get a quick 3 and out, get the offense back on the field while they're hot.
Carey, starting quarterback for Franklin, Jason Carey. Sanchez in the backfield. Franklin will come out with one wide right. That would be Brooks. Wing right, or check that wing left. Man in motion from the right, given to him. He comes across the outside, same type of play, and that would be Beckley, Cole Beckley. That's one of the ways they'll get him the ball.
You'll see that play probably at least once more, I'll bet, before this night is over. Franklin will want to get the ball into Buckley's hands as easy and quickly as they can. You can see here, this is just a jet sweep, straight up blocking. A little bit of a hold there in the middle, but wasn't going to get called there. Titusville just going to have to watch Buckley, watch the direction he goes in motion, and react accordingly.
Second down 2, Franklin. Buckley to the right. Brooks to the left. Ball's given off the tailback, Sanchez, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. He won't. Well, it depends on the spot. He may have the first down. They have him out to the 40. So it looks like he'll have the first down. It will be first down and 10 for Franklin at their own 40.
Nice job there up front. Franklin getting a little bit of a push up there in the middle. Titusville not doing a bad job. Want to see your linebackers in play here. Read that, come up and try to find and fill the hole so we can get him stopped.
7:20 left to go here in the first. Trips to the left. Now they are sending one to the right. A little bit of confusion in the lineup. Watson now will come wide right. Pitch back to the tailback as Buckley coming across the 45 and out of bounds at the 47. So he'll pick up about 8 or 9 on that play. So it appears that Buckley's going to be the horse.
Yeah, I think coming into this game, I think Coach Reynolds figured that they're going to try to get the ball to Buckley as often as they can and in a lot of different ways if possible. So Titusville here has to do a better job of attacking up, stopping this ground game, make Franklin do what they don't want to do, put the ball in the air.
Buckley goes wide right. They get an I formation. It'll be Carry under center. Buckley comes in motion, turns upfield, goes off to the tailback, straight ahead. Out across the 50 to the Titusville 48. That'll be a first down. Straight ahead dive.
Again, Franklin doing a decent job up front. Their front five right now is opening up some holes in the middle. Now, they're not getting a lot of yards, but if you only need 2 and you're getting 3, you're going to keep your drives going. Titusville's got to do a better job here on first down. You can't give them 5+ yards on first down here.
Brooks goes wide to the right for Franklin. They can stay in I formation. Sanchez, the tailback. It goes to the fullback straight ahead, and he picks up about 4. So he's down about the 45 of Titusville.
Initial hits.
So bring up second down 7.
Holbert also been on the tackle.
This is now where if you're Titusville in your defense, you're going to find Buckley.
Yeah.
Where he's at and watch what's happening with him. They bring him in motion.
Watson comes into the ball game for Franklin. He's a wideout. And as Steve referred, they don't like to throw the ball. So we'll see how Titusville will make any adjustments. Watson stays in the backfield. And we go trips to the right side for Franklin. Carey, pitch back to Watson. He cuts out across the 45, the 40, inside the 40 to about the 38. Probably close to a first down, if not a first down.
They get the toss sweep, and they get outside of us. We're playing a little bit with a blocker out here for Titusville. You've got Mung out there. Shed that block quicker. You've got to get him off of you so that you can make that play. You did a decent job of keeping the outside shoulder clean, but you got to get that block off of you so you can react. If he gets rid of the blocker sooner, he makes that tackle for virtually no gain.
First down and 10, Franklin at the Rocket 38. High formation, doubles right to the tailback, cuts across the left side, breaks one tackle, and drives on down to about the 32. So they're getting into the second tier, and always a difficult situation when you can break that line.
Yeah, you get through that opening line and into that second tier, and not only is the backs getting there, but the linemen are getting there too, so they're picking up blocks on the backers too, which is giving them an extra 2 yards. Again, here, we haven't been able to get them in second and long yet this drive.
Second and 4.
This time we have doubles to the left, single right. 3 down linemen for Titusville. They're going to throw, looking over the middle, looking to the left side. He's going to keep down. He's going to come to the right side at the 30, breaks to the outside, and he's down at about the 29-yard line. 26, excuse me. Be enough for a first down. That looked almost slow motion, and we were slow getting to it.
Yeah, they're looking. He's looking for Buckley. I don't know why he didn't throw it early when Buckley made his break. It looked like he was open, but then he decides to come outside, and we lose containment. We've talked about it before. You can't let them outside you. He manages to pick up a first down.
So Franklin with a good drive here, their first possession. They put Buckley wide right. Brooks to the left. Ball's handed off to Sanchez. Hops one man across the 20, inside the 15 to about the 12. 13-yard line. Good hole on the right side for Franklin, and they've got a good drive going.
Yeah, they do, and they're just playing power football right now. They're just opening holes up right in the middle. You can see they kick the guard out, and the running back has a nice hole to open through. He hops over one tackler. We've got to get helmets on him. I'd like to thank Oil Creek Plastics for our replay again this year.
Watson goes wide right. Buckley comes to the left. They have a wing on the right. And Sanchez in the backfield, Buckley in motion. Ball goes to Buckley. Buckley cuts upfield, nice spin. He's inside the 10 to about the 6. So pretty good move there by Buckley. Pretty quick.
Yeah, he's a pretty quick player. We knew he was athletic, and that's why you've got to find out where he's at. But we are just not we just seem a step. No, we get no penetration up front. We seem to be a step slow on defense right now. Titusville's got to fire off the ball, react to the snap, get your hands up, get the blockers off of you, and start making some plays here.
It'll bring up second down and 2. The ball spotted at the Titusville, about the 6-yard line.
We'll make that second and 3 ball to 6.
Titusville now will have to face trips on the left side. Single back. Now man in motion to the left. So we'll have 4 to the left side. They're going to pitch it this side. Student body left. They cut up the middle and get inside the 5 to about the 3. It'll bring up, I don't know, they say now he got a first down.
And again, we're there in position. Cameron Mung is playing the outside backer on that play. He's there, but he's not reacting up. Running back's coming at him, attack up the field and make a tackle in the backfield. He kind of waited for the running back. Be a little bit more aggressive here is what Titusville's got to start doing.
So it's 1st and goal from the 3 for Franklin, as Titusville's leading 7-0, but wideouts on both sides. This will be straight up the middle. It is the fullback, drives straight ahead and into the end zone for the touchdown. So Franklin with their first drive, and they're able to pick up the score, see if they can kick the extra point. And if they do, we'll be tied up here in the first quarter. Kind of like a ping pong game here, Pat.
Hey, Franklin really controlled the line of scrimmage this whole drive.
Yeah, they did.
They really, there's no penetration. Titusville looked like they were just stepping backwards with them going forward. So, and every play that Franklin ran seemed to work for a couple of yards at least. Some of those were pretty big gains.
Fenningworth to do the kicking. There's the snap. Placing, and the kick is no good. Hit the upright. We got good penetration that time.
Deja vu?
Deja vu? That's deja vu.
Deja vu. My French ain't what it used to be.
I thought deja vu was a dessert.
I can't imagine it was good to begin with, but that's
well, seems how I never spoke it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Good drive by Franklin. You got to give them kudos. They did what we did to them. They controlled the line of scrimmage, marched right down the field, got a touchdown back.
This is one of those games where who can make the defensive adjustments, because it stopped these offenses. And I think if you get a stop, it gives that momentum to your offense again. So this is an important drive for Titusville now.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, like I said, I think on defense, we're just a little bit slower in reacting. We need to get a little bit more aggressive coming off. You got to get your arms out. When you're down lineman and you're coming up, you got to get your hands up into the offensive lineman and extend your arms so they can't get into you. Once they get body to body, they've got you beat. Linebackers have to be a little bit more aggressive. I'd like to see a little bit more aggressive play out of our second tier.
And what Pat was saying there about them, they were moving forward, we were moving backwards with the first step, and you could see that was happening.
And you can't really make too many tackles when you're going backwards. You're giving them a couple of yards when you're grabbing them going by.
Yep, they're going to take you with them. 2:24 left in the first, 7-6 Titusville. That deja vu that Steve was talking about was a missed extra point last year. It allowed Titusville to win 14-13. Or deja vu, or however that's pronounced in France.
Deja vu.
Oh, okay. Mr. French here.
Titusville Dairy Products Company and the Titusville Mill sponsoring the wireless mic tonight. Big thanks to them.
Penningworth's going to kick it out of the end zone. So Titusville will take over first down and 10 at the 20. We knew he had a good leg. That one was clear out of the end zone.
Yeah, that hit the back line. That hit the end line there. That was a good kick. That's a good leg there.
He's probably mad about that boink.
Yeah, might be a little upset over that.
Well, we'll see what Titusville can do now. First down and 10. He'll start at the 20.
I will say I'm impressed with Titusville's offense so far. The coaching staff using the play clock to their advantage, calling those plays in. Team seems to be responding well to the coach, and the coaches are all, I like seeing them work together. It makes for a good game when the coaches are all on the same page and utilizing them, all the eyes on the game to see what they should be running.
Well, when you're using so much of the clock, it keeps their offense off the field when you run it this way offensively. 2 to the right for Titusville. Ball goes to Koval off the left side, breaks it up, and picks up about 2 out to about the 22. I imagine Franklin is starting to make adjustments on that play real quick.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you gave up about 50 yards on it in the first drive going to that side. They're gonna make adjustments. They're gonna swing some people over. They're gonna see the guards pull, both guards pull on that running play, and you're gonna see linebackers starting to key on them and flow with it.
Saw a lot of penetration on the defensive side. They got into the backfield, forced Koval to cut it up early.
Pick up a 1, second down and 9 with 1:42 left to go here in the first. Goes to Mung. Check that. It is Mung cutting upfield and got a little bit more than I thought he would. He's up about the 26. That looked like a pretty slow developing play.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing a decent job up front, but one of the things that I worry about when you go into a very deliberate style of play, in between plays, is your offense, in this case, starting to play that slow, deliberate pace. As a result, we just don't seem to be in the same type of rhythm as we were in the first drive.
Doubles to the right for Titusville. Hard count by McDonald. And they're looking over for the change of play. And they're set to go. Wing left for Titusville. Ball's given off the first man straight ahead left side. He's not going to get it. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 3. So first punt of the game will go for Titusville. And that's a good defensive effort by Franklin that time. They shut everything down on that side of the line.
Yeah, we aren't getting off the ball as well this drive as we did the first drive there, and you can tell Franklin's standing up our offensive line. We're just not opening up holes like we did the first drive.
So doubles back for Franklin. They're standing back about their 36 to receive this punt. And we'll see what our punter can do here. And the first quarter is going to come to an end here before we get the kickoff. And so Titusville will play it right out. And as time runs down, 7-6, Titusville on top by 1 and about to kick the ball away to a strong Franklin offense first time. So see what's going to happen.
Some companies will tell you they have the best customer service.
No, I'm sorry. That's not a part of our policy. We can't really help you there.
Some companies will tell you they have the best technical support.
Yeah, let me just put you on with somebody from technical support right now. Please hold. Technical support, how can I help you?
Some companies will tell you that your call is very important. Only Armstrong provides you with the customer service you deserve.
And welcome back to Franklin High School. Getting ready to start the second quarter of play here, week 1 of high school football.
So we go into the second quarter. Titans are leading 7-6, but nothing on that second drive, 3 and out. So they're going to have to kick the ball away and see whether or not Titus can make some adjustments defensively, as Franklin did that particular series. Both teams come back out. Buckley standing back about the 30. Also, I think with, let me see, I think that's number 7. That's Brooks. Tryson Brooks, excuse me. So we'll see if Titusville can get their defense going here to stop the Franklin drive. Good snap. Good kick. It's going to be taken at the, it's going to get a good roll inside the 25 to the 20 and go dead at the 20-yard line. So Titusville, a pretty decent punt. Franklin had the ball first and 10 at their own 20.
You want to pick up where you left off last year?
You never let the ball bounce on a punt.
You do if you're the opposing team. It helps us.
It's fundamentals. You just don't let the ball bounce. And it's not like that ball was a line drive that he didn't have a chance to get under it. Get under it, fair catch it.
Can you mute him?
Wait, we don't have Pat's thought on this.
I have to agree. That
whoa.
Sorry.
Do you see what I've had to put up with, Pat?
Yeah, well, you bring it on yourself coming to this crew.
Yeah, it's true.
Double wideouts for Franklin, one on each side. I formation. See if Titus Buckley's in motion. Turns upfield a little quick. Pitch back to the tailback.
There you go.
Nice
That's
job.
better.
They adjusted
there.
And
a flag down.
What's the flag for?
I don't know. Personal foul, face mask, Franklin.
Ouch.
That's an unusual call. I did not see it.
I don't know, unless it was on the block on Mung, maybe. But Mung did a nice job there, and that's what we talked about in that first drive is don't let them come to you. Go meet him. He did a nice job of attacking up, getting rid of the block, and you make the tackle for no gain. And here we're going to pick up probably a 10-yard penalty on the Knights.
I don't know, it's 10 or 15 in this offensive.
We'll find out.
It's an offensive foul. Now they're going 5.
Yeah, that's only 5, and he's There we go.
Personal face mask call against
Now it's 10.
10.
Ball back.
I hear 10. Do I hear 15?
10-yard penalty. Back to the 10. It'll be first
Now this could be very important for Titusville right now. It'll be a first down and 20, pretty much, and Titusville's going to have to really do some defensive work here. We got a break. Brooks goes wide to the left. Sanchez single back, tight end to the left side. Oh, balanced line. Buckley turns upfield. Sanchez wants to throw. He's got a man all by himself. It's complete at the 30.
He drops it.
He drops it.
There's a gift.
Wow. 2 plays in a row that are a gift to Titusville.
Yeah, Brooks was wide open.
Breaking coverage on that side. You see them both react to the play action pass, which is something I think Titusville's going to incorporate into theirs, and it gets him wide open. The ball's right there. That's a catch you just got to make.
Yeah, that ball should have been caught. That's a break. Second down and 20. The ball is at the 10-yard line of Franklin. We need a stop right now. This is a big play. We have doubles left side for Franklin, single to the right. Sanchez in the backfield. Rolling to his right. He's got to get stopped. Get him. You have him. There they go.
Okay, that's it. Good job. Who was in there first? A good job of attacking. This is what now we seem to have a little better speed on defense. We're going to send somebody clean through the middle. I think that's Stearns coming in there cleanly, disrupting it. You see somebody wanting to roll out, you can get somebody in there cleanly. Nate Stearns was indeed the backer.
He had a great season last year.
Yeah,
too.
he did. It just breaks that play up.
He really messed it up.
Yeah,
First step in. Quarterback saw him and tried to adjust, and he's lucky he got away from him the first time, because he would have been back with it inside the 5 if Nate would have got a clean hit on him.
Doubles both ways for Franklin. Lynch wants to throw. He's looking down the middle. He's going to go deep. He's got a man deep. Buckley. And he comes down with the ball. Son of a gun.
You can't. Yeah, we were slow coming over. We had a nice job on it. We've got Aiden Yoder is running with them, just a little bit slow. Mason Titus a little bit slow. You can see they're both watching him. That step up kind of hurt Yoder. Allows him to get back, but we've got to get there with the free safety. He's got to come over there and help on that. It is a good catch. Yoder came back well.
He went up high for that ball, too.
Yeah, he did.
This is what you can't give.
We had him down first and 20, or third and 20, and they pick up enough. They're out to their own 46. First down and 10 goes to Sanchez in the middle. Tobias out across the 50 into Titusville territory to the 48. Momentum. Big.
Koval and Brett Schmidt in on the tackle.
Yeah, we've just got to, again now here, Titusville just has to, buckle up here, tighten up the chin straps. We've got to get off the ball here again and get a couple of stops here.
Second down and 4 for the Knights.
Brooks goes wide left. Man wide right. I put a man in motion. Big fullback for Sanchez. Sanchez straight ahead. Down to the 40, maybe to the 39. They're going to spot it just inside the 40 of Titusville. Good straight ahead play.
And again, now they're just opening up things right in the front. Franklin's offensive line has done a nice job of opening up holes and straight ahead running for Franklin.
Weeble was the blocker, 6'1", 250. Big boy coming through there at fullback. High formation, doubles left side. First down and 10 at the Rocket 39. Straight ahead again, Sanchez. Going to be hit, and he breaks the tackle. That's a good job.
See, the front end of that play, Titusville does a nice job of gunning that up, but not being able to get hands on the back. He burns it to the left. Now, we don't do a bad job of stopping this initial run hole. Linebackers are stacking up, hit the fullback. It stopped there. Where's the help from the backside? We're waiting too much. Attack up into there. Again, just a little bit slow on defense reaction.
Second down and 5, Franklin to Titusville 34. Franklin comes out over the ball. They'll send a wide out. That will be Watson wide to the left. Now he's coming across the other side. So they're going to have doubles on the right side. Jimmy looking to the right side, looking down deep. And
make that tackle.
There's a
hold.
There's a hold.
That's a hold.
Lynch steps down inside the 30. I can't believe they let him lay on him like that. At least that's what I thought it would be.
It should have been.
Boy, that was wide open.
Well, again, you know, we've talked about this. Titusville has an opportunity to make a play here again.
Yeah.
And we don't do it. And so we're kind of shooting ourselves. Right here, you've got to make this tackle. And we just overrun it. And, you know, it used to be that was a hold. I don't know if they changed that rule or not. You were not allowed to lay on a player or you were blocking.
First down and 10, Franklin at the Titusville 28. Big drive for Franklin. Buckley comes to the right side. Brooks left. I formation. Strong side right for Franklin. Buckley in motion. They pitch back to Sanchez. He comes out to the outside, breaks it outside. Titusville covers pretty well. And he brings it out to about the 34.
Miller
Inside to about Titusville 34. Check that 24.
Sanchez gets it up to the 24-yard
Pick up a second down and 6.
Second and 6.
Now, again, Titusville here has an opportunity. You got them at second medium here. You got to make a play defensively. You know, you got to get this one stopped quick.
Yeah.
Put them in third and long.
So second down and 6. Ball with the 24 of Titusville. Second quarter, Titusville leading 7-6, and there is a timeout on the field. 7:02 left to go in the first half. Titusville up 7-6. Franklin driving.
Well, this is the one drive in this ball game that shouldn't have happened. This should have been stopped. You have a 3rd and 22.
Yeah.
You know where their stud player is at, and you let him get you, and you shouldn't do that. That shouldn't have been allowed. And again, we were in decent position. He does make a good play, but those are the plays we've talked about in the past that have hurt Titusville. The opportunity is there to make a play for your ball club and not being accomplished, and allowing this drive to continue.
Well, Phil, we got to step it up here a little bit. This is a big play coming up. Pat, I said Phil, didn't I?
I've been called worse.
That's the first. It's the first game. When the season's over, I get done with you.
I think, did you have a Phil staying at your house?
A Phil? No.
Oh, Phil didn't come up?
Phil didn't come up.
Oh.
No. That make any difference. I probably said it anyway, you know. Okay, we're set to go. Second down and 6. Big play. I formation, doubles left. The ball's given off to the first man. Checks that peel back through, and he's going to come up short. So there's a
19
decision for the Franklin coach.
It's 3rd and 1.
It's about a half a yard, maybe a yard shy. You got to get down to the 18. I think this is where you go.
Oh, definitely.
Well, it's only 3rd down.
I thought that was well. I think I would go for it then.
I think you'll call this one right.
Don't start laughing, Pat. I'll make me go.
Right now, I got to believe. I'm going to gamble. I'm sending both my middle backers straight up into the hole.
Yeah, they got a big fullback there, 260 or whatever.
Yep. He's coming right up the middle.
Set up.
He is right up the middle, and he gets hit fairly early, but not in time to keep him from the first down as he gets down to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, but that's one of your
16
front three making the tackle 3 yards deep.
Yeah.
You know, he's too far back at that point in time. They got to be firing off the ball a little more than that, getting a little penetration. You know that play's coming right up the center. That big fullback lead blocking for you or carrying the ball, whichever way it's going to be. Somebody's got to get in and take him out.
Well, you know, when you've got that big tight end / fullback in the backfield, whichever way he goes, that's the way the ball's going on a 3rd and 1 play.
Right.
Buckley goes wide left. Watson comes to the right. I formation again with the big fullback in there. And it goes to Sanchez straight up the middle, and he's going to be stopped. That's a good job. 58, I believe it is. Yes, made the stop for Titusville. I believe that's Taylor.
No, that's Winans, 58, Aiden Winans.
That's the Franklin lineup. That's why it wasn't the right name.
I understand that. I forgot to color code it for you.
Did you make it the large print?
I did. Well, I got to do that for me, so I can't say much there.
Second down 7. The ball at the Titusville 13. 5 minutes left in the first half. Rockets up 7-6, but Franklin threatening now inside the 20. In the red zone. And this time we're going to put Weeble in the slot right. Man in motion. And it peaks to
there we
nice
go.
job.
Nice play. Who came up there?
Jackson Koval.
Bryson Watson on the run and Jackson Koval on the tackle.
That'll only give him maybe a yard.
Maybe. Third
You'll
down
see
and
Koval
7.
coming up here. He's going to come up from the strong safety position. That's a good job. Heads on the right side.
You had Nate Stearns coming in tight, too. He was in the backfield.
Pushing from the inside.
If he tries to cut
back. Yep.
So it's a 3rd down and 6 at the Titusville 12.
Send them again.
Same. Keep stunting the linebackers.
Looks like Franklin's trying to figure out what they're doing here. Buckley now is going to be in the slot left. Rolling to the left, looking to the left, still rolling to his left. Got to come up, throw to the end zone.
Oh, intercepted.
No, he didn't get his feet down.
Did he get one down?
I know he had one, but I don't think he had two.
Did he have the second one? Yeah, I think you do in high school. We're going to take a look at it. I think so. I don't understand it either, but one.
Oh, he's very close there.
Oh. Boy, that's awfully close. I'm glad I didn't have to make that call.
One.
No.
There's one. That'd be close.
Can't tell from here.
That'd be close.
Well, I was within 9 yards. I saw one, but I didn't think the other one came down.
Was there a penalty here? They're moving the ball back.
They did. They had 5.
Procedure. I didn't even see the procedure.
They had
penalty.
5 men in the backfield. The flag came out right as the play started.
Okay.
Better pay more attention. 3rd down and 11 then.
We've got an official.
We were looking at the replay, so yeah, it's fine.
That's 2 mistakes this half. That's not too bad for me.
No, you're having a great game.
3:58 to go in the half.
You know what's sad? By week 10, we've got it down.
But only by week 10.
But yeah.
You think after 30 years I might have a little better idea too. Buckley will go wide left.
And another stop in that play.
And it'll be.
So where was that ball snapped from the previous play?
I don't know. 2-7, wasn't it? I thought it was from the 7. We're going to take a look here. Yeah, the coaches are talking to him, aren't they?
All right.
Well, it's 3rd down and 10. 2 wide outs. Buckley's in motion.
Come after him. They were
Come
looking
to the
at
right side. Get a run. Quarterback's up the field, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 12, 13-yard line. So to bring up a 4th down situation, and they'll go for the field goal.
That was, I believe, Stearns. Again, Stearns now starting. We're starting to see a little more activity out of Mr. Stearns out of the middle.
Nate's a
and
good
he's coming
player.
up quick. Did a nice job. There's just nobody there. Of course, it's a rollout. He sneaks in from the backside, hustles.
That's a good.
Makes a good play.
Good effort by Stearns. So Finningworth is about to kick a field goal from a 19, be a 29-yard attempt. Has more than enough leg if we can just get him to boink it again. High snap, kick is up, and the kick is no good. It's off to the left.
Nope.
So Titusville survives. Very good drive by Franklin and a good stop down inside the red zone. Field goal's no good. That's a break for us, Pat.
I tell you what, Titusville had some nice, penetration on that, but seemed to kind of stop, and let them get the ball off.
The thing with this one that disappoints me, again, I hate to harp on it again, Pat, is 3rd and 22, inside their own 10-yard line, and you give up a 30-yard play. And those are the things that will kill
player.
you. Yeah.
To their key player. I mean, he did go up high for that ball. So I will give the defense, Titusville a little credit.
Yeah.
It's hard when that kid can out jump everybody. You just throw it down and lob it up in the air to him. I mean, that's a hard play for a defender to cover when he has that type of athletic ability.
First down and 10, Titusville at their own 20. Man in motion, Mong. McDonald's going to keep it. Cuts up the middle, cuts back to the left side. Oh, almost got loose. He brings it out to about the 22. Pick up of a couple on the play.
Really kind of
might work.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen the ball in the air yet with McDonald.
He throws well.
He throws the ball well. I thought we'd see the ball in the air a little bit more than what we've seen so far. But, again, on that first drive, there was no reason to throw it.
Wolfkill's wide to the right. Got a man slot right.
You keep that defense coming in, not used to that pass play, you get one big free chance because they keep buying on the run. you're going to open it up so that McDonald has a nice, easy pass to make.
Koval comes wide to the left. And now a timeout, Titusville. 3:01 left to go here in the first half. Titusville leading 7-6. They have the ball, and it's at their own 23 with a 2nd and 7. So another big offense.
I know it's week 1, but I'm not sure if you've been part of these conversations this week. People asking, who's Titusville? What is the Titusville team? What are they made of? How do they look? How are they going to perform this year? A lot of unknowns coming into the year, but I think that's every year. That's part of the excitement of high school football.
Well, it is, and when you're trying to rebuild like we're doing, I mean, we picked up 3 wins last year, and now you got a pretty good junior class here playing, and then you get leaders like Stearns is a good ball player. You're starting, as Steve said, you're starting to see his name come up more. There are a lot of questions when you start out, but what you're seeing happening right now, other than those few instances that you and Pat have been talking about in terms of getting up into the face of people, Titusville's played pretty well. But we'll see. It's got a long way to go yet.
And when they did have that big play, kind of break their spirit, they got right up and played again with it. They didn't slow down.
Yeah, they did a great job.
They there weren't heads down. They just chalk it up, go on to the next play.
That's very big, too.
Yeah.
This is a good job by McDonald. This is a tough throw. It may seem like it's only a 5-7 yard throw, but he's throwing that ball 25 yards to get it to the outside. And it's got to get out there quick. It was a nice throw by Ian McDonald stepping into that throw, getting it out there for Jackson for a first down.
Koval goes wide to the right. Titusville send trips to the left side. They're looking across the way for the play. It's a first down and 10 with 2:55 to go in the half. Titusville at their own 31. This is the 3rd possession for the Rockets. See what McDonald's going to do this time. There's a snap. It's a little bit low. Going to roll to his right. He's got a lot of pressure. And he's going to go deep. Has he got a man back there? Oh! There's no flag. I thought we might have a chance at that one. Pretty good ball by McDonald, rolling to his right.
Well, he does get some pressure early on. He's looking in the flat here, decides against it to the near side, rolls away from it. I think the ball slipped just a little bit coming out of his hands.
Yeah, it looks a little wobbly.
But that ball there really, that's a 50-50 ball there if Franklin stays on their feet.
2nd down and 10 for Titusville. Again, at their own 31. Titusville put 2 to the right. You check that, 2 to the left. Slot right. Wing right. Looking for the call on the play. Now they get it. Single in the backfield with McDonald. McDonald gives it off to the tailback, driving straight ahead. That is Koval. He's out to the 35. Pick up about 4 or 5 on the play.
Now this is a big play here for Titusville here. You got to pick up a first down. You don't want to have to give the ball back to Franklin at the end of this half, because that gives them the opportunity to score at the end of the first, get the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
Right, that's a big possession.
So it's a big possession. This is a big down here for Titusville. We need to pick up the first down.
3rd down 7. The ball at the 34 of Titusville. Trips to the right side, single left for Titusville. McDonald by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw, looking deep. He's got Koval going deep and overthrows him down at about the 30-yard line. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 7. And Titusville will have to kick it away with 1:59 left in the half.
It was he was well covered. He threw it out there where if anybody's going to get it, it was going to be Koval. But again, Franklin does a nice job on their coverage. They're backing up quick. They know Titusville's got to go at least 7. And that's a good ball by McDonald, but you can see Franklin is just step to step with Jackson.
And he had pretty good pass protection on that play, too.
Pretty good kick. Long ball's hit at the 35, and Franklin picks it up. Dangerous at the 27 and goes right down with it. That could have been a miscue by Franklin, but he's able to recover. That would be Brooks, I believe, that came up with that ball.
Well, Titusville here now, you've got 1:51 to go in this first half, and we talked about it. This is where things work just right for you. You get a chance to score here late in the second quarter. which would give Franklin the lead, and then get the ball right back at the start of the second half.
And that's
These are
probably why
crucial
they took
positions.
the kickoff, or decided to kick off to start the game. We've always talked about that. Last possession of the first half, first
half
possession of the
versus
third
second.
quarter. Well, we'll see what they do. They send doubles to the left side, doubles to the right. Have Sanchez by himself in the backfield. Under center is Lynch. Driving back to throw. Get some pressure. Oh, almost got him. Now he's up across the 30. Got to close in on him. And he's outside the 45. Pick up
There's
a
a block in
bundle.
the back, way away from the play. It should have been called.
I thought I saw a flag, but I didn't.
Koval was blocked. You'll see it. It's at the end of the play. It'll be deep. There again, we're there. We've got to make that play. That play there has to be made. But now you got to come after him. And you're going to see the backside of the screen possibly right there, number 7 on Jackson Koval.
Yeah.
That's a block in the back. That's a flag, fellas.
Yeah, that's a flag.
Now, Titusville did stunt Stearns in.
Yeah.
They just, I think, expected him, the quarterback, to roll to his right, and they stunted him that way. He happened to roll to his left, which, you know.
It's a guess.
It is a guess, but that's a harder throw to do.
Yes.
So I'm surprised they had the QB roll that way.
Double tight end.
Come get him.
Lynch is coming to the right side. He's got blockers in front of him.
Stearns is going to get
And
him.
he's going to be tracked down.
Oh, you
got the pass away. That was a good effort in there by Stearns. But the pass is complete out to about the Titusville 46.
Well, you get what you want. It's a delayed blitz by Stearns, and he's coming in. They're not getting him. He's there, but we're not covering downfield. We're just kind of jogging and looking. You got to find somebody and get up on him a little bit.
Lynch looking to the right, still looking, and tries to throw to Buckley on an out route and throws up short. 1:05 to go, first half.
Third down and 1, ball at the 46.
So to bring up a third down and about 1 for Franklin. Imagine they'll drive straight ahead here and pick up the first down and then go ahead and do what they have to do.
Yeah, they've got plenty of timeouts. I think they've got at least 2 timeouts. So you're going to look for this thing to come first.
Brooks goes wide left. They got Buckley in the slot left. That's dangerous. Backs and I formation. Big fullback to lead things up the middle. And they come up the middle and goes to the right side and breaks a couple tackles. That's a nice run. Brings it out to the Titusville 36-yard line. Be first down and 10. Clock stopped and Franklin takes the timeout with 1 minute left in the half.
Now this is what now if you're the Titusville defense, you know the ball's going to be going in the air.
Yes.
Most likely. So, I'm half tempted to, I might be tempted here to run maybe a double coverage on Buckley, match everybody else one-on-one, and blitz.
Hope for the best.
And send them, and send everybody I can send to try to get to the quarterback. But when we do that, we got to get there, get your hands on him, particularly around his arms, and bring him down.
60 seconds left in the half. Titus was leading by 1. And the other thing I'm looking to see, we talked to Pat in the beginning of the game with the humidity. How much is this going to play in terms of conditioning as we get into the fourth quarter?
Third and fourth quarters,
This heavy air has a lot to do with fourth quarter play.
Well, the problem is the pace of the game is not fast.
No.
So you're not really, you're not straining a whole lot in the course of this game.
I think we're going to want to look at the trick play coming out of Franklin here. Coming right out of that timeout, I think they're going to throw something that Titusville has not seen.
Well, we'll find out. Lynch going back to throw. He's looking for Buckley. Buckley going towards the end zone over the middle. Pass is complete to the big guy to your right, Pat.
We got a flag back at the line of scrimmage, though.
Little hold.
And it looks like it will be a hold against Franklin.
They threw to the
Coming
big
from the
middle
left
man.
side. Oh, yeah, right there you can see they've got to hold the right tackle for Franklin there.
Illegal man downfield.
Well, they're chucking on. They're grabbing Cameron Kerr.
They're saying the illegal man downfield now.
But I don't. Either way, it's going to come back. Titusville
make something of this now.
Yeah, you got to.
It'll be a 1st and 15. It's out to the 41 of Titusville with 46 seconds clock running here in the first half.
I'd like to get our front three.
Get them up and
get some penetration a little bit. Get the
that linebacker in the backfield. They've been working Nate in there. I think that's going to be the key.
Come quick.
A lot of time looking down the middle, and they got to get him. They got him back at the 49.
There you go.
That is a very nice way to end that.
Franklin will take a timeout with 23 seconds.
And that's McGowan, or no, that's Kerr, 78, finally getting there. Cameron Kerr coming in, making the sack.
Pat, did you see the whole press box shift as these guys were kind of?
Here, we're going to take another look at it. And this is a good job. It's a good job downfield, too. He can't find anybody. And there we get some penetration. And there's Kerr to clean it up.
Good job staying up.
Yeah. I'll give quarterback credit. He's not easy to get off his feet. But that's a big play by Titusville's defense. Nice job in coverage because, basically I think, Pat, I would count that as a coverage sack.
Yeah.
But, you keep coming after him.
My concern is you have an athlete like Buckley with 23 to go. This thing's never over.
No, right. No. That's one of the first things I tell my kids on the timeout is, hey, listen, we had them 3rd and 22, and they got a quick hitter. You cannot quit. You can't relax here. You got to go to another 23.7 seconds.
One of my best friends when I was growing up used to say it ain't over until it's over. So.
And I think you need
who was
that stunning of a linebacker. I think, pulling somebody in to help that defensive line put pressure.
Yeah.
I think that makes that throw to Buckley even harder.
Yeah.
Dropping straight back, looking at Buckley to the outside. Quarterback running to the outside, going to bring it up the middle, across the 50, and he's brought down about the Titusville 39. He's well short of a first down with 12 seconds left to go, and there's no timeouts left for Franklin.
They want to stop it.
Spike
They're going to spike it, and they do.
They do with
5-7. So now Titusville here, if I'm Titusville, I'm going to take a timeout, and I want to talk to my defense. So I think that's what's going to happen here. That's a good call by Titusville. You don't want to give this up. You've played pretty well here fighting this off. You'd like to get into halftime, get a chance to catch your breath a little bit. You've played a half of football. Now come out, make your adjustments, and try to win this thing in the second half.
13, ball up to 39.
Been a good football game. Good first half, opening game. Both teams playing pretty well. Not a lot of flags. Some we thought should have been thrown, but we're always talking that way.
Well, and,
and we're always right, Pat.
Oh, of course. The eye of the beholder.
Now you have to be careful, Pat. Now you got to keep up our traditions. We never badmouth the stripes. We only have nice things to say about the gentlemen in striped shirts.
Hey, by the way, there is a real need for them.
And there is a real need for them.
So,
yeah, if you're interested, you enjoy high school football and you like the game of football and you want to pick up a few extra bucks, get involved with officiating.
90's going wide to the left. Big boy, 6'1", 270 or 265. Lynch driving back. Pass with some pressure on. They're going deep. There's Buckley.
Pushed
Pass
off.
is complete. And he's down on the 5. He won't make it.
Won't make it, but that was too close for comfort.
That was way too close.
Yes, it was.
That was.
I'll tell you, that was a good ball by the quarterback.
They're going to see this coming off here. And again, we just.
You have Titus on him right there.
Right, and you just let him go. You got to, in that case in particular, you want to play behind him and give that throw, that's fine, but you've got to be there, wrap him up, and get him down to the ground.
Well, the first half is over here. Titus was leading by 1-7-6. We'll see what adjustments both teams make during the halftime, and be back with halftime activities right after these words.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know. Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
A broken furnace can freeze a family on the go. Stay on schedule with furnace maintenance before the snow flies. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning has nearly 40 years of HVAC experience. Our home comfort engineers maintain, troubleshoot, and repair nearly all systems at an outstanding value. With just a few clicks, our state-of-the-art software schedules arrival time, finish time, and provides fast, easy paperless billing. Visit VanderhoofHeatingandAir.com or call 814-671-3226. With Vanderhoof, seasons change, but not your comfort.
When we say don't trust your internet to just anyone, we mean it. At Armstrong, our network is monitored 24/7 by multiple highly trained engineers, not just a single person. What else? If you ever have a problem, all service visits are free. That's right, we come to your home to fix things, unlike those other guys. Armstrong, unmatched employees, unmatched technology, unmatched fiber network.
ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. Check out our designs on Facebook or online at ProThreadsPrintShop.com. For superior service with personalized attention, talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop. And welcome back to Franklin High School, to the Larry's Auto Service, Warner's Bakery halftime show. We're going to bring you some of the sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band.
Our ace is Ace Frehley, the lead guitarist of glam rockers Kiss, with their 1975 party anthem, Rock and Roll All Night.
the Titusville High School Marching Band performing here at halftime at Franklin High School. And this is the Larry's Auto Service Warner's Bakery halftime show. Our coverage will continue right after this.
Thank you to Mr. Johnson and the Franklin Night Band for hosting us this evening. And
Hi, my name is Dr. Charlie Gates. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, and I spend most of my time here at Titusville Area Hospital. I'm a general orthopedic surgeon. I perform wrist fracture surgery, ankle fracture surgery, and hip fracture surgeries. I do carpal tunnels and trigger fingers, and knee arthroscopies and shoulder arthroscopies. I look forward to serving the patients here in the hospital.
Whoever said, "It's only a dog," never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom, ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
And welcome back to the Larry's Auto Service Warner's Bakery halftime show here from Franklin High School. Week 1 of high school football. Hard to believe. Weather pretty decent tonight. We're going to get Steve and Jim and Pat's thoughts here on this first half. And since it is sponsored by the Larry's Auto Service and Warner's Bakery folks, we want to know what kind of adjustments or fixes you're going to make here in the second half.
Well, I think that Titusville's going to obviously have to do something with Buckley. He's been able to make two or three really good catches. One in particular was outstanding. He was double covered on that particular play, but able to get up over him. So I think that's one. The other is pursuit, getting off the ball, getting inside, but just got to pick up the energy a little bit.
Yeah, it just seems to me, particularly defensively, we're just kind of we take that initial step, and then it's kind of like, okay, now why do I go from here? And I know this is the first game of the year, but I just need to see a little bit more steps in their defense, in their penetration. They're just not quite playing at full speed, it doesn't appear to me. I'm really up front on both sides of the ball. We did a nice job on that first drive. We controlled the line of scrimmage, but we just haven't seemed to be doing that since then. We need to really step it up there. And defensively, we just, like I said, we've had our chances to make a couple of plays. We just haven't been able to do it. Fortunately, we're still up by a point.
Pat, your thoughts?
My thoughts is both teams made some adjustments after those opening drives to their defense.
Yeah.
I noticed that Franklin didn't line up in their formation quite as quickly. They waited, trying to let come off the clock and let Titusville decide what play they were going to run a little bit more, try and not show their hand of their defensive formation. And, Titusville needs to adjust for that, needs to make sure that they're going to compensate for that, because that opening drive was really nice. But part of that was picking apart the Franklin defense. Now, the Titusville defense, At times, they look pretty good. You know, they need to be putting a lot more pressure on the quarterback. I think stunning the linebackers in there, but keeping that coverage on the key players. You know, there's only a couple of pass plays that they're doing. You know, you can almost assign people one-on-one. Wherever number 5 is going is where the majority of your defense needs to shift their focus. Occasionally they're going to toss something out to number 60, but you know, you need to make those adjustments on every play. If they're slow on the uptake for a couple of plays, you know, that's a 50-yard gain for Franklin.
Well, you know, if Buckley's out there and they get in a situation where they're throwing to him, it only takes one play to break this game open. So we'll have to see what's going on. No wonder we have. No, I won't say that. I was just learning one of the officials, a good friend of ours, so we'll leave him alone tonight. But consistency in offense, consistency in defensive play. Again, going right back to what we started here at the beginning of the game with the teams. The game's going to be won, I think, from the guys up front. So if our front guys can get the job done, we can send some backwards once in a while, Steve, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I'm not saying we have to gamble outlandishly or get crazy or anything, but we've seen Stearns a couple of times. He's done a nice job getting some penetration out of that backer position. I hope to see that more in the second, maybe a little bit more out of our outside backers as a quarterback's roll in his direction. Check the blocks and attack up. If you can get to the quarterback, he's liable to throw a bad ball. We'll liable to get an interception.
And stunning someone other than Stearns too, because they were picking him up a couple of times. They're starting to look for him, and better believe that Franklin coach is going to be talking about and showing number 18 coming up and untouched into his backfield. He's going to be yelling at some linemen for that. They're going to be looking at him. So stunning somebody else, making them pick up different reads. You know, in the pregame interview you had with the coach, talked about, you know, consistency and going through the reads, so no matter what happens, I think that's going to need to play true for the defense. Stunning.
All right, we got to take our final break. This is the Larry's Auto Service Warner's Bakery halftime show. Second half action right around the corner.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Keeping your kids healthy is the first step to protecting their dreams. When you keep them safe, there's no limit to how far they can go. Nothing is out of reach. No mission? Impossible. Give your son or daughter a better chance to see their dreams come true. Give them the HPV vaccine at age 11 or 12 to prevent HPV cancers later in life.
It takes teamwork and commitment in order to succeed. Just like all our local area high school athletes are doing this fall, we offer the same teamwork and commitment to all your vehicle sales, service, and parts needs at Donovan & Bauer Auto Group in Titusville. At Donovan & Bauer, you can see your favorite Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, and pre-owned vehicles all in one lot. We at Donovan & Bauer wish good luck to all our local area athletes this fall. When you have the time, we invite you to find new roads and visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or shop online at donovanbauer.com and donovanandbauerautogroup.com.
And welcome back. Our coverage of Rocket Sports this fall season made possible by these great sponsors. Well, we'll have it for you here in a second. Hey, we got to work out some of these bugs, right? Oil Creek Plastics. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Titusville Area Hospital. By Interstate Pipe and Supply. By State Farm Insurance. By Poppies. By the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home. By Donovan & Bauer Auto Group. By The Barking Lot. By the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub. By Armstrong. By Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning. By the Crawford Health Improvement Coalition. By ProThreads Print Shop. By Marsh Home Center. By the Titusville Mill. By Kreiner Real Estate. By Warner's Bakery. By Goodwill. By Larry's Auto Service. By Corky's Pizza. And by the Titusville Beverage. Just a reminder, after the game, we'll have your Corky's Pizza Player of the Game. Corky's Pizza ProThreads Player of the Game. Our Player of the Game will be getting a shirt at the end of the season. So big thanks to ProThreads and thank them for outfitting us with our new gear this season.
Well, we'll see what can happen here as Titusville gets underway. This first possession is going to be important for Titusville. We got to kick off. Franklin's been able to move the ball pretty well on us, even though we've had them in some trouble with penalties, but they were able to overcome those things. So we'll find out if defensively Titusville can pick it up a little bit, because this is a very important drive right here, I think.
Yeah, Titusville needs to try to set the stage here for a good second half by getting a 3 and out. I don't think you can let them get a drive going. Even if you keep them out of the end zone, you just don't want to be giving them 60, 70 yards. That's just building their belief that they can beat you with their offense. I think you want to put that to rest real quick. So Titusville needs a 3 and out real quick here.
So Titusville getting set to kick off to get the third quarter underway. We're up 7-6 and a good first half, but again, as everybody's been saying, Titusville's going to have to pick it up. And I'm one that was talking during the break at half whether or not conditioning is going to come into play here with this humidity. But all that we'll wait and see as Titusville gets all set. Brooks back deep for Franklin. Titusville's kick is going to be short. It's going to be taken at the 20. Oh, it drops him to 22, and that's where Brooks is going to lay down and cover it up. There's that famous thing of yours, Steve. He didn't come up and catch the ball.
Come up and catch it.
Yep, they need to make the reception. So Titusville will take over. Check that Titusville will go on defense with Franklin having the ball at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Jim, when did he start saying that?
When did he start saying that?
First quarter, first punt.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Well, that one in particular, because that ball bounces around, it's a free ball.
Yeah.
On the kickoff.
Yeah,
punt,
it is.
not so much, but
Franklin will send wideouts both sides. Looks like carries in the center again. Sanchez. Ball's given out to Buckley up the left side, and Titusville's up to meet him after he picks up about 3 out to about the 18.
I'm not too sure who was on the outside there. I think it's Mung. Mung doing a nice job. And again,
he kept that outside containment. He forced him back in and allowed his teammates to help make that tackle.
It looks like he has half decent speed.
He does, and there again you see Mung. It's what we talked about, shedding the block, getting off the block, making a tackle.
Singles both sides for Franklin. They go to I formation now. Buckley goes in motion. Pitch goes to straight ahead to the tailback. And he's going to go in close to a first down out to the 29-yard line. That would be Sanchez. Tobias Sanchez, the ball carrier. So it brings up a third down and very short.
This is where they're going to, typically in the first half we saw they load up with their backfield. They bring in the big tight end / fullback into the fullback position and either give him the ball direct straight ahead or let him lead Sanchez.
We'll see how they line up. Weibel will probably be back in there. He's like 270 or so. He's a big boy. And no, they don't. They leave this Sanchez in the backfield. They put Lynch in a, or Carey, excuse me, out of shotgun. He's going to keep it. Come to the right side. They're going to put an option. Tyson's going to get him. And they may have stopped him.
That's
It'll
over.
Be a fourth down.
Yeah, that's. I'm really surprised that they didn't come straight at him.
Yeah.
But they came in with a different look, thinking Titusville was going to plan for that. So they tried something different. I mean, they want to break something loose.
Yeah, but on 3rd and 1,
I
that
know.
way with a 270-pound fullback.
Why would you ever back away from the play that worked?
Here they come.
Fourth down and about 1. They put Weibel, the big boy, in the middle as a fullback, and Sanchez will go straight. They gave it to Weibel.
And he dropped the ball. Oh, and it's up! It's up!
Koval down.
Koval is in! Oh!
Big play. Big play.
This was done well here. Titusville's front does a nice job. They know this is coming, and they've had all kinds of trouble trying to stop this for anything under 4 yards. You'll
and
see.
Not only did they stop it.
Penetration here. And the linebacker, I think that's Stearns, maybe. I'm not too sure who comes in. But we do a nice job here up front. Our front 3 guys get penetration right up into it. We're going to see the backer come up in there. That's Stearns, I think, and he drops the ball.
That is Stearns.
That's a big play.
Koval picks it up and goes about 32 for the touchdown. Extra point attempts. Titusville's going to go for 2. McDonald looking in the end zone, throws over the middle, and it is incomplete. So we go to the third quarter here with Titusville picking up a big play and a touchdown, leading 13-6 with 9:38 to go.
Again, we'll see that score by Titusville. We do a nice job. This is what we tried to talk about in the first half. We got to get better penetration up front. We get it here.
And look who's doing the penetrating here.
Yeah, you're going to see the backer come. This is going to be Stearns, the right inside. And then we've got a lineman, number 70, and then Stearns comes in and strips the ball. But you can see we've got 5 or 6 guys there. So that's the type of attacking we want to see out of the front 3, the middle linebackers. That's a good play by the Titusville defense, and you needed to make that play.
Well, Pat, this is where momentum is important in high school football. That could be a very difficult play for Franklin to come overcome.
Oh, and you need to settle that team down if you were the Franklin coach. You know, that there were a lot of kids upset after that last play. They got a little bit of a break that the 2-point conversion didn't work for them, but boy, there's a lot of frustration on that Franklin team right now.
So we're set to go.
I want to thank Titusville Dairy Products Company for their sponsorship of the wireless mic all season, and also the Titusville Mill for their sponsorship tonight.
Kick is taken at the 12-yard line, coming across side, and Brooks is brought down at about the 32. We'll bring up a first down and 10 from that spot for the Franklin Knights.
And the return man is.
And it looks like Brooks is down.
Took a couple of good hits here. I think could very easily just be a wind issue. Again, though, that's a big turning point. That's one of these things where we've talked about. One play can make a big difference in a football game, and that one may have just made the difference in this game. But it's early, and
got a long way to go.
A long way to go. You're at 9:32 in the third. But again, it gives you. And the nice thing about it gives your defense a spark.
Well, that's it. It's an emotional lift.
Right.
And so now Titusville's up, Franklin's down a bit. Now if you can get a 3-and-out or a turnover,
another turnover
really hurt them.
Right. This is where you get them down a little bit. You don't have to be a nice guy and let them get back into it.
Right.
Just keep pushing them down.
So we have 9:32 left to go here in the third. It's 13-6 Titusville. It'll be first down and 10 Franklin as the young man from Franklin comes off the field. He'll be okay, hopefully. And he's a good football player, Brooks. So Franklin, first down and 10, they got I formation. They send wideouts on both sides. We'll see what adjustments Titusville may have made in coverage here. Ball goes to Sanchez up the middle, and he gets maybe 2.
We're starting to attack, and we're starting to get a little better job up front. And we've got a different set of up front guys, it looks like. Might be a little bit fresher. That was one of the things that Coach Reynolds alluded to, is that he had some options to use on the defensive and offensive lines. Our guys could be able to be a little bit fresher towards the end of this ball game than what Franklin's been able to do. Also might make a big difference.
We were talking about the conditioning situation, what team's going to be able to withstand. We'll see. Second down and 10, no gain on the play. Franklin sends 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Sanchez in the backfield, going to throw, looking down the field, looking for Buckley. Buckley breaks 1 tackle, and he's going to be out across the 45 to about the 47. Pick up enough for the first down at the Franklin 47. He has good hands.
Yeah, he does have good hands, and he's just going to run a stop right. You see him plant his foot, turn to the outside. The ball's delivered right where it should be. Again, we missed that tackle of the initial guy coming in there. You don't want to be doing that.
No.
Buckley's good enough to
chance.
yeah, he's good enough to break it on you, and he could burn you real quick. He can get you right back into a ball game.
But we didn't have any stunt from the backfield either, so that didn't put the pressure on the quarterback. We kept our outside containment by the ends. We're playing that run.
Down at the 40, he's down to the 35, 30, and Koval runs him down. Broken play, we over-pursued, and they were able to reverse it on us.
Well, we over-pursued, but we've got the opportunity. Again, this is where, you've got to play. Mung does a nice job coming out here. He's got this stopped. But to see the pursuit, back it up just a little bit if you would, Luke. If you watch the pursuit coming from the back side, right, that's good. Watch where the pursuit comes. It doesn't come down the line of scrimmage. It goes towards the secondary. That's opening it up. If you come straight down the line, he's turning right into you.
So it's first down and 10 for Franklin. They're at the Titusville 26. High formation, Whitehouse both sides. Giving off to Sanchez, up the left side, big hole. Drive straight ahead, down close to the 15. Enough for a first down, I believe. It'll be first down and 10 from Titusville 15.
And, here again, that you give up a play you should have stopped, and the drive continues, and they gain momentum back from you. Again, Titusville's defense, we got to get going here again, pick it up a little bit.
Franklin comes out. They'll send Whitehouse both ways, backs and I formation. We'll see what happens up front here with pitch to the left. He's going to the outside and going to be driven out of bounds inside the 10, about the 8. Pick up about 8 yards or so on that play. So Franklin with a good drive going here.
Put him at the 10.
They're going to spot it, just about the 10-yard line. A little shy of the 10. Bring up a second down and 4.
Titusville again now has to get off, be quick off the ball here up front.
And they're back to the same offense that they were running in that first half.
Yeah. Trips right. One back. They're going to come the right way. You got a strong side right formation. Put a man in motion.
Offside.
They're coming to the right side and get a clock driving straight ahead, and gets inside close to the 5-yard line.
Back that up. There's a tackle done here on the inside of this play, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure looks like it.
Right there. Yeah, back that up. You're going to see it's the right tackle. Grabs the shoulder pads, pulls them down, and that's a tackle, folks.
And the ref spoke to him after the play about that.
That's too late.
He evidently saw it and chose that was not going to be called. That's been done several times this game.
Wow. First down and goal from the 6. Ball's getting off to Sanchez, drive straight ahead. He's going to pick inside the 5 and get to about the 3-yard line. Yeah, you got to make those calls as an official, though. It makes a big difference in the ball.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, you negate the first down, plus they lose 10 yards.
Well, and it's a wide open call,
and it makes a big difference. So
Steve saw it, must be there.
Yeah, I mean, if I can see it, anybody can.
Well, and then you talk to the player after the play.
That's crazy.
I mean, that really, shows that you did see it. It
Doubles
was clearly visible.
Doubles left side for Franklin. I formation, big guy Weibel. They give it off straight ahead to Sanchez in the end zone for the touchdown. So
opportunities gone. Opportunities missed. You had chances here, and we just haven't been able to do it.
See if Franklin now will go for 2. Now they missed 2 kicks, a field goal and an extra point. And no, Penningworth is going in to attempt the extra point. So they'll kick. Got a kicker like that, I think I would too.
I would kick it, yeah. At this point, you got 6:13 to go in the third.
So this will be for the tie.
Of course, it might help if you're, there we go.
Had all the positions filled.
Yep.
There's the snap. Ball's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:13 to go in the third. We're tied at 13. Well, that was a big drive for Franklin and a couple of mistakes by Titusville, and didn't take long for them to catch back up to us.
No, and that's the thing, particularly with the young man Buckley. When their backs were against the wall, they're going to this young man.
Yeah, I would too.
You've got to shut him down, and we just so far have not been able to do it. He's just gotten away from us. He finds the opening. Now, granted, we're talking about a good football player here.
Yeah, he is a good football player.
He's not a slouch.
Yeah.
But if you're Titusville, you've got to step up. You've got to meet that. And so far, we just haven't quite been able to do it.
Well, Buckley's a kind of an athlete that's not huge, not going to get a lot of look, but he's going to help somebody play.
Yeah, he's going to help somebody.
He can move on.
He moves well. He's got decent speed. He's proven he's got good hands. It's just you know he's there. You got to know where he's at, and we've just not been able to cover him up when we've needed to.
So we're going to say for the kickoff, Titusville will send 2 back. It looks like Titus and Wolfkill will be standing back at the Titusville 5. All tied up at 13. This is going to be an interesting finish, folks. Stick around.
How quickly the momentum changes side to side.
Isn't that true? Give Franklin credit. They made a big mistake and gave Titusville 6, and they came right back and got it back. No quit. Set to go. Penningworth will kick it down, squib kick it. Taken on the right side. Titusville bringing up the left side. Oh, he's got a lot of man route run here. Oh, nice run back to the 37-yard line. And that's Wolfkill for Titusville. So Titusville have a first down and 10 to 26.
Yeah, that's one of those where you can't really yell at the kid for coming up and not catching the ball because it never got more than 6 inches off the ground.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, but that's a good job. That football bounces funny sometimes, and he did a nice job of getting it under control and a nice return.
So we'll see what Titusville can do now with 6:07 left to go in the third. And it's our first offensive possession of this half. Our score came on a turnover. So we'll see what Titusville can do. They're going to put trips on the left side. You got a wing right. McDonald gets the final signal, puts a man in motion. Koval, there goes Koval. Koval breaks the right side. He's out across the 35 and outside the 40. That's a nice run to the 42-yard line.
Well, the nice thing about that run is he wasn't touched until he was at least 7 yards downfield. We did a nice job of opening up a hole. Now he's reading it. He sees that opening. He plants that outside foot and gets up there quick. That's just a good play for the Titusville offense.
Titusville once again will send 3 to the left, 1 right. That'll be Koval on the right. Looking for the final call across the way. The signs go up, and we're going to move Koval to the left side and Mung to the right side. And Mung's going to line up in the wing right. McDonald set to go. McDonald up the middle. McDonald keeps it across the 45 and out to about the 47. Quarterback keeper all the way, and he picked up about 7.
Nice job again on the right side of the Titusville offensive line. Again, the back is not getting touched. Now we're going to see a little change of pace here from the Titusville offense.
They see that they're seeing an opening right there. They're blocking it well. I think the coaches have spotted that weakness right now, and until Franklin has the time to adjust it, keep exploiting it.
2nd down and 4 for the Rockets. Double right, wing left. McDonald set to go. Put a man in motion. McDonald looking to the right, wanting to throw, and he's got a lot of pressure, and he throws it out, and it's complete. Down at the 45, down to the 30-yard line. I didn't even see a Rocket standing over there.
Yeah, I
thought he threw it away.
Well, I was thinking he was going to throw it away. This is good patience because I'd have ditched the ball a long time ago. Here, he's looking downfield the whole time, does a nice job, has to give a little bit of ground. But right at the end there, with the man on him, he finds Titus wide open. Titus does a nice job of making the catch inbounds. Big play for Titusville.
1st down and 10 at the Franklin 30. Offense one way, offense the other way.
That's like that Kenny Pickett play 2 years ago with Pitt.
Almost faked down?
Yeah.
They put a rule in for that.
Yeah.
Doubles left. McDonald's rolling to his left. Got a man wide open. That is Langdon. Wolfkill across the 10, the 5, and knocked out of bounds. Well, not quite to the 5, at about the 7. So Langdon Wolfkill with the reception.
Well, there's a couple of things going on now that I like with the Titusville offense. One, you notice that we're going to take a look at this. This is a reverse roll, and as a quarterback, you hate doing this because you hate turning your back to the line, but it leaves them wide open. Wolfkill brings the ball in, makes a nice run, gets a nice block with Mung coming back in that pattern too. At the end of that play,
you
can see Mung come in, and that's a nice block on the corner. And Titusville doing a nice job here offensively. The one thing about it is the ball's getting in the air with McDonald moving a little bit. We open up a few running holes, a nice mix of pass and run here on this drive for Titusville. The other thing, too, I like is they're now going a little bit quicker on offense. The pace has picked up a little bit. Franklin's having a little bit of trouble adjusting with it.
And you're seeing a lot of players from Titusville making plays. We're not talking 1 or 2 kids. We're talking a whole team out there playing and playing well together. Their timing, their movement, they're doing a nice job. I like seeing every kid on the team get some plays in. It's not just one superstar out there. It's a bunch of kids who are working well together.
I don't think Lori wants to make a pizza for everybody, so we're going to have to narrow it down to 1 by the end of the game, guys.
Somebody's going to stand out here,
That's a good point, though, Pat.
McDonald's under center. He's right straight ahead. And still drives.
He's
Touchdown,
in the end zone.
Wow. Holy Toledo, how'd that happen?
Absolutely caught him flat-footed.
Sure did. It came up there real quick. And a quick snap, and everybody from the...
That was a good decision on the coach's part. That's a lot of teamwork right there.
Well, this is called Rugby 12.
Yes, it is.
And that's all it is the quarterback's just going to tuck in behind the lineman, and then you're going to get a back that's going to come in behind and push, and that's just like a rugby scrum. It works well for an 8-yard touchdown.
So
I don't think you like those.
Rugby scrums?
Up, the kick is up, and the kick is blocked, I believe.
Yep.
And no good. We needed that point.
Getting help from behind.
The only thing I don't like about the scrum plays, and I think they let it go too much in college and in the pros, is that you've got 2 tons of men in there churning away. It's not going to take much for somebody to blow a knee out in that mess if you let that happen too long. That's the only thing. Now, that wasn't so bad, but when you let it go for 5, 7, 8, 10 seconds, that's too long. Blow the whistle, call the play dead, and move on.
Hey, Pat, what's the atmosphere like down on the sidelines?
I tell you what, after that scrum, Titusville really came alive on the sideline. That definitely, you saw Franklin put their head down. That's one of the things that... I saw Titusville really spark. I saw Franklin their heads drop. Like, oh my God, they just pushed that ball 8 yards with no effort.
Yeah, and I was very surprised to see the touchdown. I couldn't tell out where McDonald was.
Yeah, he gets buried.
He had 40 guys in that huddle there, you know.
Yep.
He busted through. So a good run and good help by the whole team. Like Pat was saying, the team is playing well.
This was a very good, like I said, this was a very good drive for Titusville. A nice mix of run and pass, kept Franklin unbalanced on their defense, on their heels, excuse me. And then, of course, the scrum 12 for a touchdown.
Now, what defense can step up and get a stop and
make a play?
Make a play.
Yep, you got to make another play here if you're Titusville on defense.
The kick is going to go to the 16-yard line, out across the 25, the 30, breaks it to the outside, and that breaks the tackle. He's out across the 40, 45, 50, and still going down to the Titusville 40.
Well, I know what I'm doing if I'm coaching Titusville next week in practice is we're going to spend an awful lot of time on tackling.
Yeah, we had several opportunities and
way too many arm tackles here.
Brooks just kept going.
We'll start with this, Steve.
Well, first things first, we catch a ball. We finally see a kick that's been caught. Now we've got good coverage here, but there's one arm tackle, two arm tackles, and he just breaks it to the outside.
So
Three.
Big run back for Franklin. They'll have a first down and 10 at the Titusville 39.
Yeah, you just can't try to arm tackle. You've got to hit with shoulders and wrap arms.
Singles both sides for Franklin, wing left. Backs in I formation. Now the big man comes left. I thought he moved forward to Sanchez, driving straight ahead. He'll pick up about 4 in the play.
Sanchez on the run.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Miller's in on the tackle.
Pick up, we're going to give him 3. Second down 7. 3:25 left to go in the third quarter.
Again, we got to get back in Titusville on defense. We got to pick up the pace a little bit. Our first steps, we got to get going quicker when the ball's snapped.
Second down as Franklin comes out of the huddle. They will send Watkins wide to the left, Weibel to the right. You got a wing left. Now they put Weibel in motion. Weibel gets the ball going to the outside. He's got to the outside. And he breaks one tackle, and now he's driven out of bounds at about the 26, enough for the first down.
Wolfkill coming up. Did a nice job of coming up on the play, but you got to wrap and hold on. You can't just let him get through the tackle. Here comes Buckley. We see it coming. He gets outside of Mung. There's where you've got to make that tackle. And Oil Creek Plastic giving us the replay here again tonight and the rest of this football season. We'd like to thank them.
First down and 10. The ball's at the Titusville 27 for Franklin with 2:52 to go here in the third.
First and 10, Franklin.
Franklin now will come out with wide to the left, wide right, wing left. And they've got Sanchez in the backfield. Now a man comes back in the fullback position. Picked back to It's going to be an option. No, it's going to be Sanchez. Missed the tackle, but he gets the ball out of bounds, fumbles it out of bounds, and then fumbles it ahead to about the 15, checked at the 20. Be short of the first down by a couple.
Again, we're here. You know, this is what I hate to keep harping on it, and Mungs does a nice job. He's off of it. You got to make his tackles. Get there and make the tackle. And again, now we've seen that is Yoder, Aiden Yoder, number 9, getting pushed out of the way. Get rid of the blockers early in the play so you can come up and help make tackles.
Second down 3. They're at the Titusville 20. The ball was somewhat out of bounds. They picked up a little bit. Brooks goes wide left. Weibel goes back to the fullback as they run the I, giving up to the big fullback, driving straight ahead. And he'll probably pick up the first down. Took us down to about the 16. So bring a first down and 10 for Franklin at the Titusville, we'll call it the 16-yard line. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big kid, and he is fairly athletic. He's not just in there because of his size. He's got good athleticism to his size.
Usually guys that big, you don't see him. What's that?
And some speed on him.
Yeah, he does, and he's very athletic for a big man. Most of the time, the big guys aren't as athletic as he is. 2:15 to go here in the third. Franklin threatening once again. Brooks goes white. Buckley on the right side. Sanchez come across the right side. Is
There
gonna
you
be hit
go.
and
That's
brought
how
down.
you tackle.
And that was
Yoder, I think.
Yoder coming up to make the hit.
That's how you want to make your tackles. Get rid of the block, come up, hit with your shoulder, wrap with your arm. You bring ball carriers down. You'll see him come up. He's here at the corner position, reads and comes up quick. Does a nice job there. The only thing I don't like about it is dropping the head. Keep your head up.
1:35 to go now in the third. It's first, second down and 12 for Franklin. They're at the Titusville 13. Franklin now is going to put 3 to the right, wing to the left.
Here comes the
Kind of motion to the right, coming to the right side, and going to make the initial hit and drop, pick up about 3, bringing up a 3rd and 10.
Not a bad play there by Titusville's defense. They're doing a nice job of playing that. And Franklin has enjoyed running to the right.
Did you see how Buckley lined up that time? He was facing cross field, so he had that set up for that block.
Yeah, so he's set up for that angle. But the other thing I noticed, too, and he could have been called because he wasn't set for a second before the ball was set off. So that's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I was watching that.
Now you have the wide field to the left.
Yeah, watch him coming to the left because they're going to go for it on 4th down if they don't get the first down or a touchdown here.
Doubles to the left, single right. Sanchez in the slot right, or wing right. Puts in motion. Pitch goes to Sanchez.
Oh, it is. Come on.
And
there it is. Okay.
29-yard
now you're in trouble. If you're Franklin, you got to make a decision here.
That's going to bring a 4th down and a bundle. And they got a man that can kick it that far, and he's coming in to attempt the field goal.
35, 45-yard field goal.
Wow.
Well, I've seen him
I know
up about that distance, but this time it's with people in your face.
Yes.
A little bit of difference.
It'll be real tight. He doesn't have to kick it, so they're going to wait. They'll kick it the other direction.
Third quarter comes to an end. 19-13. Titusville on top, but things could change here as Fenningworth gets ready to kick the field goal.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. Check out our designs on Facebook or online at ProThreadsPrintShop.com. For superior service with personalized attention, talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
Hey. Jake from State Farm.
We have to know. Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great, because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Low kick, but I ain't got enough leg.
And the kick is good. The 45-yard field goal.
Well, Fenningworth puts it through from 45 yards out. Cleared the bar by about a foot, but
and that ball was touched.
Yeah,
on the line of scrimmage. They touched it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we've got a guy that came through there fairly clean, but I'm not. He's through. Lay yourself out for an opportunity. We don't actually have it on replay, but lay yourself out there and give yourself a chance to block that thing. I thought we were in tight enough where we might have been able to, but.
I mean, you heard it. You heard the hit down here. He got a little bit of it, but not enough to.
I didn't think it was going to be up high enough. But anyway, it is. It's now 19-16 for in the game. With 11:55 to go in the ball game, Titusville's up by 3.
Sorry, I'm getting a little. I got a bug flying around me, and I'm still used to those bees, so I'm swinging.
Yeah, That would make you a little nervous.
I'm not sure what it was, but.
Well, Pennyworth will kick off. Titusville will have two back at about the 3-yard line. Good break for Franklin on that kick. The thing was never much more than 12 feet off the ground.
No, it wasn't. It was a line drive.
Yeah. So we're all set to go here with the kickoff with 11:55 to go in the game. Another big drive for Titusville coming up. Pennyworth kicks it deep, and it'll go into the end zone and bring it out to the 20. So Titusville will put it in play, first down from their own 20-yard line.
Well, we need a good drive here now. We need a good 8-9 minute drive for a touchdown.
Well, we got it in the first half, first drive of the quarter. So Titusville first down and 10.
Third quarter.
Yes.
And Titusville has managed the clock well.
Yes, they have. If you just keep it going, Pat.
Now, we have done a little bit more of a hurry-up offense in the second half than we did in the first half. But, boy, they showed how to slow that game down in the first.
Trips to the right for Titusville, single left. Covell goes in motion. It's given off to Covell. And he gets drives ahead for about 2 on the play. Brings up a second down and 8.
Well, the one thing here, though, you're still early in this quarter. You're at 11:38. We just started the fourth, so you can't slow it too much. If your offense has some decent rhythms, going a little bit quicker than what it was in the first half, run with it, I think.
Titusville now will send 3 to the left side. 1 in the slot right, wing right. McDonald by himself in the backfield. McDonald gives it off to Mung. Mung going across the left side, gets a break, cuts it up the middle, breaks to the outside, is out across the 35, the 40, the 45, midfield, and knocked out of bounds. Good run by Mung.
Well, we saw that last year out of him a couple of these times. He gets to the outside. Now we got a guy from Franklin down. Looks like cramps the way he's grabbing at a leg, but Mung's tough to get down too, and he's going to have some decent speed, a little bit deceptively fast. Actually, I think we've got 2 young men down for the night. So
it's a good job there by 73. Yep, got a good block.
Good block here. Good block by Wolfkill downfield. Turns up, get another one, and nice running. That's a good hustle play by the Titusville offense. We talked about this at the beginning of the broadcast. It's not overly hot, but it is extremely humid. This heavy air, is it going to play a role in the outcome of this game? Well, we got 2 young men from Franklin. Looks like both of them are cramping a little bit, so I don't think it's anything serious. But, it's getting that time where if you're not in the condition you need to be in, it's going to start taking effect.
And if you don't have a depth.
If you don't have the depth.
I have no idea about Franklin.
Right, their depth, how deep they can go. And
sometimes these cramps just stay on you and you.
It's once you start having them, they're tough to get rid of quickly. It's normally a day or 2 before you can really get rid of them.
I don't know, Pat, whether or not in high school ball they're allowed to take hydro breaks or not. This would be one of those nights if they were. You'd think they might give these kids a break.
It's based on temperature more than it is anything else.
Yeah, they have. I think
hot,
they have in the past.
If it's hot out, they'll give you a water break.
Well, mine's 96.2, so. You're not talking about that temperature?
No, I'm not talking about that temperature.
So I don't get a water break?
No, you don't get a water break.
I don't get any breaks. Both boys are up and walking, but it is, as Steve said.
Looks like Books. Is that Books coming across at the 45? Looks like. 7.
7 and Buckley?
7 and 12.
Yeah,
7 and 12.
Books and
Both
Watson. That's the second time we've seen Books grabbing at a leg. So, again, what we talk about, once you start having them in a game like this, it's tough to keep them out of the legs.
Well, we'll see if Titusville, after that nice run by Monk, can keep the momentum going. The ball is spotted right at the 50, where it'll be first down and 10 Titusville. We're in the fourth quarter with 11:07 to go, so this is a big drive. If we can put one in the end zone here, that could be very important. We'll see what Titusville does as they come out, set to go. Wolfkill's going to come wide to the right. Titus is in the slot right. We have a wing left. McDonald looking to throw, looking downfield, throws up short, complete. Out across the 30.
Oh, there he goes.
Touchdown, Titusville.
Nice
Koval.
cut.
And no flags.
Very well played. That's a timing throw. McDonald is going to get this snap. He knows he's going to get Koval open there, but it's a timing throw. And that ball's out there right on time, right in stride. He's just going to come back. He sees Jackson clearing. He makes the throw, and there's the cut to the inside. That's overrunning the play, both of them. And, boy, safeties, the one thing they tell you is do not overrun it because there's nobody else behind you.
That was a good pass and catch by Koval, McDonald and Koval. Koval's having a good ball game. He's strong.
Koval has done well here tonight. He's run the ball well, as well as we've seen him in the receiving.
Titusville's going to go for 2. They have trips to the left. McDonald rolls to his left. Look out. He's got a man open, and it's complete. Touch. Field goal. No, that's incomplete to Koval.
2 point.
No, check that Mung.
Okay.
That was a good catch.
That was a good throw. You've got a right-handed quarterback that's rolling to his left.
With a man
first
in his
problem.
face.
And then we don't get the block here. Nobody gets a hand on the defensive end. That's Wibble. He's a 6'5", 290-pounder, 270-pounder. That ball's done very well. Jackson does a nice job of catching it. Titusville gets the 2 points, which is big at this point because that puts you up 27-16.
27-16 Titusville.
Yeah, that's really big, especially. What's that, Pat? I'm sorry.
No, I
didn't interrupt you? Okay.
Nope, those guys, that was a lot of nice teamwork there. I mean, and he went up high for that ball. The timing to go up for it and catch it, it was thrown just where he could get it. I mean, that was a beautiful play. Titusville's got to be very proud of that play.
Well, and you've been talking all along, Pat, about how the whole team is playing well together. And I think that's some of the examples. We're getting the blocking we need from the men up front. We're getting the receivers to make the plays they got to make. And McDonald's getting a good read. So it's just an entire good ball game so far by the whole Titusville ball club, both sides of the ball. So at 27-16 with 10:51 to go, Titusville will kick off. Got to stay in your lanes here, Steve, and don't give up that big return.
And don't arm tackle.
That's right. Hit him. Short kick. It's going to hit in the ground. It's going to hit at the 25, and that's where they're going to take it. So it'll be first down 10, Franklin at their own 25.
Maddox fields that ball at the 29-yard line.
All right, now it's time for the Titusville defense. I'm not too concerned here, to be honest with you, if they get a touchdown or not. But if they do, you want them to have to take 8 minutes or so to get that said touchdown. So, you got to keep here now. You got to keep things in front of you. Again, concentrate on Buckley because that's who they're going to be looking for in their offense.
And it's not a panic time yet. They can still use the running game. It's 10:50 left to go.
They got 3 timeouts.
Yeah. You need 2 scores.
But you need 2 scores.
Within 10 minutes.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see the philosophy that Franklin uses here now on this particular drive. Do they stay with the run or do they panic and pass it a lot?
Yeah, and if they give this up, the slowest Titusville's running offense, we're going to take time
now you're
off
trouble.
the clock.
Yeah, you're going to.
So you're looking at least 5 minutes off the clock if we get the ball back.
And Franklin, that's not good.
Yeah.
You just had a change of possession and coming out of it, and 1st and 10, you're going to use a timeout to boot. That could be very costly when that clock reads 2 minutes and under.
Hey, I'm being told we can't confirm it, but being told that Ethan Knox has 6 touchdowns tonight against Warren, and it was 54-0. So
here we go again.
Well,
he's tough.
I mean, he's tough. I mean, he's got good speed, he's got good lateral quickness, and he's a big kid. He's not small. Don't get me wrong, he's not 240 pounds.
Oh, he's 190.
But he's a solid 185, 195-pound runner. So he's not easy to bring down. And if they've got linemen back again this year, a couple of them I think are returning. They got 3 new ones in there for him too. You give him a crease, and he's going to take off on you. There's no doubt about that.
Going to make somebody a good ball player next year.
Yeah, he is. It'd be interesting to see where he ends up going.
Franklin now comes out of the timeout. They'll send wideouts on both sides.
Be interesting to see who's next after him.
Single back. Carey's looking to throw deep. He's got a man out there deep, and it's incomplete at about the Titusville 48. I'm surprised they're throwing this quick.
I don't know that I would yet. I mean, because you get a chance, and Titusville does a nice job. And I'd like to see, this is Schmidt here, 28. Attack up a little bit. And see how we're waiting there. Go get him. Yeah.
He wants to contain him.
Attack up at him. Make him panic a little bit more. Don't give him a chance to set his feet.
The other side of that, the coaches may be saying, make sure you contain him.
You can contain. He's got the right angle, but you've got to attack up at the same time.
The outside shoulder.
Yeah, you've got the outside shoulder on him. Make him panic a little bit.
Second down and 10 as Franklin comes out. Wide outs both sides.
So
luckily to the right.
Watching the quarterback, he's limping around a little bit. He's not going to be running nearly as fast.
Pitch back. Fumble. Get on. Titusville got the ball.
And Nate comes up with it.
16-yard line.
All right, I'm gonna say it. I don't know why we're pitching.
I don't either.
I don't know why you're pitching the ball. You've run 2 pitches. The last 2 pitches, let's say, you fumbled them both. And this isn't a bad pitch. It's right there, but it's just off the hands. And there's Stearns, Mr. Stearns, who's come in a lot on the middle blitz. Gives Titusville the ball again, short field.
This is going to be a tough one to call for player of the game.
I still just really have to question why. You've had so much easier just handing the ball off.
Well, I didn't know why they threw in the first down.
Well, and then
you got a good running game.
2 plays here, and you haven't gone to your stud.
Titusville first down and 10. They're at the Franklin 17. Trips right, wing left. Put Koval in motion. Ball's given to Koval. Cuts upfield. Across the 15, the 10, the 5, and a flag down.
I didn't see a flag.
Yeah, they threw a flag.
They threw a flag.
Hey, I just want to say real quick.
I'm wondering if it's a face mask.
We've been having some difficulty with our internet connection here, so we do apologize. Franklin's always been a tough spot for us.
We'll see what the call is going to be. Sideline warning for Titusville.
Sideline warning against Titusville.
Way down there.
Well, that's the first one, so the ball stays put.
Yeah, it doesn't move. Second one's a penalty.
Sideline warning against
Now, a sideline warning there, Pat. What, were we too far downfield or out on the field?
I didn't see it. I didn't,
It's not you, is it, Pat?
It better not be me, or else I'll be moving back even farther. But
do you remember Bill?
Now they thought there was a push in the back.
Do you remember Bill would just walk out and tell the quarterback what to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they did penalize this 5.
They did.
So I think there was a block in the back down here,
okay.
right as the play was going. So I think must have been both calls.
So that will bring up
first and 6, 5.
Second and 6. I thought that was
They got first down on the marker.
They got second on the board. We'll see. McDonald looking to throw, looking over the middle, going to roll to his right, still rolling to his right. Got a man on the touchdown. Titusville.
There it is, out of the end zone.
But another flag.
Out of the end zone.
Out of the end zone. We got holding calls and.
Mercy. No mistakes here, guys. Come on. Now all of a sudden the flags are flying.
Yeah, well, they need to figure out what down it really is here.
Yeah, they have first on the sideline. They have third over here in the scoreboard. It was the penalty. The first penalty was on first down.
Right.
So it should be another first down and a whole bunch.
It should have been first down again. It's either the down now is still saying first.
Still first down.
But the scoreboard is back to second. So
we'll go with what's down in the field. That's the official.
That's the official one, yeah.
So it'd be first down Titusville and 18. They're back at their 23. Mung in motion. McDonald rolling to his left, throws to the end zone, and it is thrown
He threw
out
that
of the
one
end
out.
zone.
A good decision there by Ian.
Yep.
Nobody open. Throws that thing away.
Second down. The only trouble with passing for me right now is I want the clock to run.
Well, yeah, you'd like the clock to run here a little bit, but at the same time, you got to, you'd like to get that other touchdown too.
A familiar
so now
black and white shirt.
Well, and he just held up 2 fingers, so it's officially second down.
Well, that's Mr. Burns, so he's.
Oh, it could be second down for a while.
Well, he's good. He's a good official.
He is a good official. He does a nice job here.
He's good in the mats also.
I'd like to see them bring Ian to his right.
Titusville strips to the left. McDonald's going to keep it, and he's going to go straight ahead, and he's not going to get anything. try the quarterback.
Well, that's.
I think if he could have got past that first one, there was a nice
Nothing
hole
back there, yeah.
Yeah, but they had their front two on this side did a nice job of getting off of blocks. They were kind of waiting for him.
Brings up a 3rd and 13. Boy, we need points here. So 3rd down 13. Titusville up 27-16. And clock is going to become a factor here pretty soon. Titusville with doubles left, wing right.
Yeah, good job here by Titusville. We're going to run the clock down. There's 10 seconds on the play clock.
Titusville set to go. Put Mung in motion once again. McDonald rolling to his left, still rolling. Pulls it down. Go across to the
We
flag.
got another flag.
That's a hit Koval right in the middle of the back.
We'll see what happens. I'm not sure what they're.
I think that'll be a personal foul. That's just my call, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ooh.
Titusville seemed pretty happy about the flag coming.
Yeah, it's on a defense. I don't know if it's a personal foul. Was it a personal foul or holding?
I think a personal foul. I think he hit him right in the back.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was a cheap shot in the back.
Well, then they got caught.
So
be a first down then.
Yeah, it's outside the 20.
Yeah, it's outside the 20, so it's going to give him a first down.
It should be right around the 6. And that's about where they're going to put it.
Now we're going to run.
Yeah, one touchdown here, and it's over.
Yeah, it's going to put you in a big hole if you're Franklin. Titusville gets 6 here. It's going to hurt. Now we got Koval back in the backfield, so.
Mung in the wing right. You got 2 on the outside for Titusville.
Clock's going to run, so we can take 30 seconds off of here before we snap it. Or we can snap it early.
Pass outside. Nice
caught
catch,
it.
Titus.
How did he catch that?
Boy, that was a beautiful catch.
Wow.
Mr. Titus with an excellent catch.
Boy, he reached out there with a paw and brought that thing in. I thought that thing was way out of his reach. McDonald, he's going there quick, but he does throw that out quick. A little bit ahead of Titus. He just enough to get that left hand out there, bring it in, then get his right hand to join for the touchdown. Good play there for Mr. Titus.
Extra point coming up.
So the turnover affects Franklin big time here as we get a chance for the extra point attempt. Slot kick is up, and the kick looks good from here.
Yep.
It is. 34-16, Titusville on top with about 8:41 to go.
So we get an 18-point advantage. That's good math, huh? Thank you, Mr. Ontill.
Yeah, Pat, that's a good effort this quarter by the entire Rocket Ball Club.
Yeah, they this fourth quarter, that I thought their execution has been a lot better. They've been a lot crisper, particularly on offense. Defensively, there's some things yet we've got to learn in attacking up. Like I see, a little hesitation yet, but I think that's going to weed itself out over time as the season goes on.
I think for both teams, when you're looking at they're getting over some of the first game jitters, they got to get their steps down. They haven't been hitting hitting against your second string is hard to get your timing down on some of those plays. And getting in against some of these other teams like they talked about, this would normally be the second scrimmage of the season, and these guys are trying to come across with a full play.
Well, you still got to learn tackling angles and angles of pursuit and those type of things. So that breeds some of the hesitation there. Like I said, I think in another couple of weeks that's going to be gone, and we'll see him start to play closer to full speed.
Getting set for the kickoff. It's going to be taken at the 20, out at the 25, the 30. Tries to break outside. Now he breaks to the outside that way. Gets one block. It's out across the 40 and be knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line of Franklin. You look at that picture right there. Good crowd here from Titusville. We started the ball game. I didn't think anybody was here from Titusville.
Well, we were talking about they had a little trouble, I think, something at the gate.
Oh, did they?
I think they were missing somebody or a couple people or something, and so it slowed people getting into the stadium. But thank you, Franklin. You got everybody in here, and you're right. It is a good crowd for opening night.
Titusville marching band off the side there with the Titusville cheerleaders keeping things going that far side of the field. Of course, we're on the home side with the booth, but now look across there and see so many people.
For Titusville now, your front three and probably a linebacker. You're going to tell them to pin your ears back.
Well, and watch.
Come get them.
Watch Cole Buckley.
Go
Yep.
find Buckley.
Cover Buckley and get somebody in, get some pressure in that backfield.
Rolling to the right. Passes up short to Buckley, and he gets knocked out of bounds. Pick up a 9.
Pass to Buckley, complete on the far side.
Runs
of the
good
field.
routes. That's one of the things I've noticed about him.
Yeah, he does run some good routes.
Good cuts.
Good cuts. Again, he's a good football player. He's a good football
Yes,
player.
he is. Yeah. So pick up 9, 2nd down and 1.
They did get some pressure on the quarterback, too, on that play. A little delayed blitz. And
Buckley to the right. Doubles left for Franklin. Single back. I notice Sanchez hadn't been in lately. Looking to the right, still going to the right. Some pressure, some more pressure, and now we get him.
That's good hustle there for Titusville.
71.
That's, if I can get these apart.
Cameron Kerr.
71. No, that's McGowan. 71 is Andrew McGowan. And that's the nice thing there for
He's had a
Andrew.
good game.
Good hustle play. He gets initial pressure and then comes in but doesn't give up. That's what you want to have.
Run it back real quick. Watch this block back here.
Keep going back.
You have to go back a little further, but now we run him forward. We're looking at a block back there.
74. Yeah. It's all right. You're not going to get that call.
If I call it.
There we go. And we got a couple of people in there. I think one of them's Mung. The other one, I think, is McGowan again.
Well, and like Pat said, quarterback is a little bit tired. His legs are hurting a bit.
Yeah.
Yep. He's not moving nearly as fast, and he's trying to stretch every chance he gets.
Yeah, that's right. You
remember, the other thing that Franklin has is on the change of possession earlier in this half, Franklin had to burn a timeout, so they're down to 2.
And Titusville has switched the front 3 out pretty consistently.
Oh.
So that, all through the game, they did that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I noticed they were switching guys out, trying to keep them fresh, trying to give them breaks. And right now it's really showing.
Boy, I tell you, Franklin has just taken way too much time. They're down to 8 seconds on the play clock, and now they're going to call a timeout. Can't be happy with that. You're down 2 touchdowns, 3 scores, and your defense has had trouble stopping Titusville.
Yeah,
you can't be wasting time lining up. That play's got to be called. You got to hustle back to the after the play. The offense has got to hustle back to the huddle, get the next play called, line of scrimmage, get going again because they just burned 30 seconds.
Well, when we were during the halftime, we were outside getting a breath of air, and I mentioned that I thought Titusville was getting tired at the end of the first. It looked to me like the linemen were getting tired. It's totally different.
Totally different.
Totally different. They're playing with great enthusiasm.
Well, a few touchdowns helps.
Yeah, well, it does.
That momentum has definitely shifted.
Sure.
Yeah.
You create a couple of things, and it'll pick you up. All of a sudden, you don't remember that you're tired. Yeah. When things are going well for you, you never get tired. When things don't go well for you, you're always tired.
That's why I leave here every night just exhausted. Things don't go well for me. It's the people I work with.
It's only the first game.
Yeah, that's right.
Pat, I'm glad you're here. Maybe you can make this thing go.
I'm trying to stay as far out of that trouble as I can get.
It ain't gonna work.
It's only family business. The family.
Hey, speaking of family, I want to say a quick hello to my wife. She had a tough week, a little surgery, and I think she's down home watching with my granddaughter and her husband. So take advantage of my opportunity. Say hi to my wife. Second down 14. Doubles to the left for Franklin. Lynch rolling to his left, throws up short, and the pass is complete, but we're up quickly. Pick up about 5.
Good job there by coming up
Keeping him in bounds.
Yeah, keeping them. Yeah, right. Keeping them in bounds, one, but at least you can give up that 5-yard pass play. That's not going to hurt you.
Right.
But come up and make the stop, and that's what you've got to do, particularly when it's Buckley that's going to get his hands on the ball here.
3rd and 10.
He's looking a little bit tired now too, Pat.
Yeah. Franklin's, being down, it's easy to put your head down a little bit now, and this humidity's not going to help things when you're down.
Well, it was such a close game all the way through to this quarter. Looking to
And
throw,
now-
good pressure. Going deep, it's going to be
picked off.
intercepted. Picked off by Koval. Koval bringing it up across the 30. The 35.
Stay in bounds.
And he goes out of bounds.
That's a good job. Good play by Jackson. We talked about it being disciplined. His first game of the year. Are we going to be disciplined to remember our responsibilities? Koval does a nice job here. He stays at home. And we do get pressure on him, so that ball hangs up for a little bit, but he stays at home. He's the deepest man, which a safety should be. Watches it into the hands, turns around. We take off running Titusville with the ball.
Who had the pressure up there, Pat? Did you notice?
I did not notice. I kind of had been paying attention. They switched to a shotgun. You know, they just trying to give the quarterback a little bit more time because the whole line is getting penetration.
Yeah, you're going to see a whole bunch of ground
They're
now.
pushing a whole lot of people back.
First down and 10 Titusville. They're at the Titusville 40-yard line. Goes to Koval straight ahead, and he's going to pick up about 3. Franklin's down to 1 timeout.
Yeah, that's
hurting him, like you mentioned all along here.
Well, if you're Franklin now, you got to be crowding the line of scrimmage because I doubt Titusville's going to put this in the air. I think this thing's going to be on the ground the whole way.
3 and punt if you have to. But as you mentioned, now the clock is running, and Titusville's going to take a lot of time between plays. They've been doing this ever since the beginning of the game.
Well, they had that drive earlier in this half where they kind of picked up the pace a little bit, but now obviously they're going to go be deliberate.
5 minutes left to go in the ball game. It goes to Koval. Koval off the left side. He's got enough for the first down, I do believe, on the spot. He's out to midfield.
Yep. That play we've seen how many times tonight, that run to the left. We pull both guards. They're going to go to the left. One of them's going to kick out. The other one's going to lead up into the hole. Koval does a nice job of following that block, and we've been getting really good yardage on that pull on those plays to the left.
Of course, the clock stops while they move the chains. But it'll start right back. There it goes.
And I mean, Koval's making some nice cuts on that too.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing some nice blocking for him, but you know, he's picking the gap that he wants to shoot. And he's getting really nice yardage coming untouched when he goes through those holes.
McDonald going to keep. McDonald's coming to the outside. Stay down, and he's tackled for a loss at the 41.
Yeah, I'm not too sure I agree with that call myself.
Well, my concern is getting your quarterback hurt this late in the game.
Yeah, I kind of understand that, but
wide.
It takes time to go wide, but
he's a running back.
Give it to the running back. Give it to Koval. You know, you're picking up 4 or 5 yards with him. You watch this one here. If I'm a gambling man, Franklin's going to use their last one. A little quick, I think, but okay.
Well, they got us deep with 2nd and 15, so.
Well, I'm not too sure. I see Coach Reynolds is talking to McDonald there. I'm not too sure what he wasn't supposed to maybe hand that ball off on that read.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might have been a read option play, and Ian may have pulled it when he should have given it. But, again, week 1, that's going to happen here. He's going to misread that a little bit here and there. That option can be a difficult play to run.
And having a misread at this point in the game is a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
You know,
under these conditions, it is.
You know,
again, my only concern, Pat, is the quarterback running the ball.
Oh, I agree with you completely. But as far as misreads go, it's a nice time and point in the game if you're Titusville to have a misread or not jiving as a team and running, it's a great time to do it.
Did you say that about Buck when I was running?
No, I said a lot to Buck when you were running the ball. Titusville High School Marching Band. Football season, they're part of it. Pitch back, goes to Mung. Mung cuts it up across. Trying to break to the outside. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Midfield, it'll be a 3rd down and 10.
He's been fun to watch tonight, too. Just kind of bouncing off of guys and just keeps pounding away.
Well, there's been a spectacular play other than Titus's catch out there. It was a really, really good catch for Titusville, but a lot of guys have put in big plays for Titusville offense today.
You got to pick a player, and then, like Pat's been saying, the whole team has played well.
Has played very well.
Trips right side, single wing on the left. McDonald's letting the clock run down to 3 minutes. Now we'll put the ball in play. Colville goes in motion. It goes to Colville. Kicks it upfield. Across the 30, 45 down to about the 43. That's a good play.
Yeah, it's a good play. And there again, that's that same play. Yeah, it's the same play. It's run to the left. We've used all night long. I'm not too sure what I would do here. I probably, if I'm Titusville, I'm going to let this thing run down to a second on the play clock, call timeout, and then probably punt the ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind kicking it here. Get him, switch the field a little bit.
Yeah, see if you can get him, see if we can pin the ball inside the 10.
So Titusville's going to take a timeout and get the whole team on the sideline, letting the clock run down as far as they can. They got another 10 seconds on the play clock, so coach will let that run down before he takes the timeout.
Real quick, we'll be back on the road next week. Longest trip of the season next week, down to Sharpsville. That's next Friday. Before that, though, we'll be covering some Rocket soccer next week. Both Lady Rocket soccer and the boys, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Busy week.
Yeah.
2:02 left now in the ball game. Titusville with the ball 4th and 4.
I understand. Titusville, we've got about 38, 40 kids, some 45 kids playing football here. They're all really excited. But the rest of them are not too thrilled right now because they know in another couple of days classes start again. We're going back to school. These 46 guys and the band members and stuff that are here tonight, they're more than thrilled to.
Well, here's the other thing about that. How many times have we started our football season before school and not play well?
Right, yes.
Yeah, I never thought about us not being in school.
Yeah, how challenging is that?
Yeah, they played very well tonight.
Well, and getting the crowds in, too. When you don't have the kids in school, you miss a lot of that camaraderie to get down to the game.
Well, a lot of it, too, is just simply getting them up at 7 o'clock in the morning and get them moving so they're not sleeping till noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, we've had a couple home games.
Bad snap. McDonald picks it up. McDonald's looking deep. Got a man by himself. Touchdown.
Oh, he dropped it.
I called that a little bit too quick.
J.J. Miller. Wide open. And that,
I'll take blame for that one. I called that one before. I saw him wide open. Three guys down there, really.
Yeah, there was, and that may have been the problem. Sometimes it's easier to catch a ball when you know you're going to get smacked as opposed to being wide open.
Oh, my. That was a good ball by McDonald, too.
Good throw by Ian McDonald. He throws the ball well, and he's rolling to his left. For a right-handed quarterback, that's a tough throw, and he's thrown the ball very well going that direction.
Multiple times today.
Yeah. 1:55 to go. Titusville up 34-16. And at halftime, I'd have lost my shirt if I'd have bet this game was going to end like this.
Way, yeah.
I thought it was just going to go right down to the wire, maybe a field goal.
Well, it was 7-6 at the half.
Turnovers, yeah.
And
27 points this quarter.
And it was tight for most of the third, and then all of a sudden, a couple of things happened, and Titusville just kind of took control of this ball game away from them. Of course, they had the fumble, gave us a short field when we had just gone up by 6, and
delay a game.
So Franklin helped the cause a little bit tonight.
Here again,
some turnovers.
Well, and again, you look at they just had a delay a game. That's a coaching problem there.
Yeah, it is.
That
right.
That's. You can't blame the kids for some of this stuff.
Different. Oh,
a different quarterback in the ball game.
Yeah,
and that would be Lynch. Landon Lynch, I believe, is his name.
And he threw that ball. I think it went right through Whibble's hands.
Bring up second down 15.
He zipped it pretty well, but again, Titusville now is going to be. You're going to see the safeties and the corners. They're going to play way off. They're going to play deep, not giving anything up quick. Linebackers are probably going to play a little bit soft. You're going to probably see.
Well, first downs don't hurt you here.
No, you'll see 6 men, 7 men in coverage, quite possibly.
Fumble on the snap, and the new quarterback is in there, so they'll bring up a third down.
Well, and there's a lot of different jersey numbers out there for Titusville. Now, Titusville's now got a lot of their 2s in.
Colville's still in the backfield.
Yeah, you see Colville and Yoder is still in there.
Still out there.
Yeah. And Koval's now going out, so you can see he's got pretty much his full number 2s in.
3rd down 16.
And he dropped it
Another
again.
Drop. And Titusville will make the hit. And that'll bring up a 4th and 16 or a 4th and 20 with a minute to go.
Well, and if people are wondering what's going on here, if for Franklin, if it's Carey that is getting the majority of the snaps in practice, it's not that easy to take a snap from center. Either the center gets changed or the quarterback gets changed. It changes that dynamic, and that can happen.
Well, the other thing I don't know, I've been watching this 3rd and 4th quarter. Sanchez hasn't been around. And I wonder what the running back, number 4. He's been out of the ball game, and I wonder what's going on with that. Penningworth to punt. Going to be a short kick. And Titusville's going to let it roll. It's going to go down inside the 20, which is meaningless as there's 22 seconds left in the clock.
One step, take a knee.
Yeah, congratulations to the coaching staff. Did a great job getting these kids ready for tonight's game, and as Pat has mentioned many times, you've mentioned many times, they never quit. They just kept coming on, and taking advantage of the situations when Franklin screwed up.
Yeah,
Titusville took advantage of it. So kudos, good job.
Well, and they executed. They have some rough spots yet. You expected that coming into week 1, but I think overall you have to give the edge in execution to Titusville, particularly on offense.
Oh, yeah.
They executed their offense tonight very, very well.
Well, Pat, be thinking of player of the game because I have no idea. Titusville takes a knee, and this game will end. Final score here at Franklin High School. Titusville 34, the Franklin Knights 16. We'll be back with wrap-up and player of the game right after these messages.
Some companies will tell you they have the best customer service.
No, I'm sorry. That's not a part of our policy. We can't really help you there.
Some companies will tell you they have the best technical support.
Yeah, let me just put you on with somebody from technical support right now. Please hold.
I don't need tech support when you're technical support. How can I help you?
And some companies will tell you that your call is very important. Only Armstrong provides you with the customer service you deserve.
Would you love to exercise, but pain is holding you back? The aquatic therapy offered at Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy may benefit anyone suffering from joint pain, recovery from joint replacements, or other surgeries, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, muscle weakness, or other physical limitations. In the comfort of a heated pool and with private one-on-one sessions, the professionals at TAH Physical Therapy can help. Call today for more information. 827-0354.
A broken furnace can freeze a family on the go. Stay on schedule with furnace maintenance before the snow flies. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning has nearly 40 years of HVAC experience. Our home comfort engineers maintain, troubleshoot, and repair nearly all systems at an outstanding value. With just a few clicks, our state-of-the-art software schedules arrival time, finish time, and provides fast, easy paperless billing. Visit VanderhoofHeatingandAir.com or call 814-671-3226. With Vanderhoof, seasons change, but not your comfort.
And welcome inside the Corky's Pizza Pro Threads Print Shop post-game show. We're going to be going down to the field in just a moment. But first, we've got the player of the game for you tonight.
It's very difficult to pick a player of the game tonight because, as Pat and Steve were talking, they played very well the whole way around, both offense, defense. Stearns come up. I thought he was very big in the second, third, fourth quarter.
Yeah, Stearns played very well out of that middle linebacker, particularly in the first half. He made a lot of plays in the first half.
Yes.
The stem drives where Nate Franklin could have taken over. Cameron Mung made some key contributions tonight as well. I thought ran the ball very well.
McDonald played well.
And McDonald throwing the ball, particularly in the second half, helped throw things over.
But the one we picked for player of the game.
Player of the game, he's made plays on both offense and defense. Stalwart in the running game tonight, Jackson Cole.
Yeah, Cole had a very good ball game, as many of the players did, but we thought he was pretty outstanding tonight. So Jackson Colville will be our player of the game, Corky Pizza, and the Threads.
Pro Threads, yeah.
Pro Threads.
Big thanks to them. Yeah, I'll tell you, they've been doing a lot of Rocket gear and fan wear, and if you get a chance. Oh, by the way, you can go to their website or Facebook page. All the home games, they have special shirts this year for each home game, so you can buy a special shirt and celebrate. And they're doing all sorts of great things.
The only complaint I have before Pat gets the coaching, all these away games are killing us because we're not getting Corky's Pizza service.
I know.
I'm going to have to talk to
And
Jay.
now, Adam and I we tested the waters the other day. We went out, so.
Not going to be
at
here.
the Corky's?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing. Home.
Yes.
If we don't get Corky's
Could
at
we
home,
pay our mileage?
I'm done.
I even like Corky's cold, so, Luke, you could pick it up and bring it.
That's right. He could bring it with him.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Hey,
I knew there was a reason we brought you on.
As we were talking about, you guys were talking about the player of the highlights, too. There's a lot of plays that these kids are going to in their highlight.
Hey, Pat, can you turn towards us here in the press box, just so,
Okay.
I don't. Franklin, listen, great school, athletic director Becky. Thank you. We have a crew here that's going to be following Franklin all season. But just where we're positioned in the press box and the whole press box, it's just really hard to get a good internet connection. So everybody's been having issues. So.
Okay, Pat, when you get Coach over there, we'll just send it down to you, and you can chat with him and see what's happening. Just try to face us so we pick up the signal.
Okay.
So go ahead, Pat. It's all yours.
I'll start with you. How about that?
Yep.
So I'm going to have.
Stay close.
So congratulations. Game of the year win.
Yes.
I mean, what a way to start off.
Yeah.
What do you think were some of the key highlights for you tonight?
Really proud of these guys, Jackson and the rest of the team, for just staying together. We knew in the beginning that Franklin was going to come out hard. They were going to come out and bring a lot of pressure, and it was a tight first half. But we came in at halftime. These guys stepped it up. They really stuck together, made some great thank you.
Yeah, get him out of the
great
picture.
Adjustments, and we made plays. I mean, guys like this, guys like our O-line, they got it together, and they stayed together as a team, and they finished well.
I'm very impressed with the whole team, and your coaching staff. Looking at you guys talking and calling plays, you guys really showed a lot of teamwork and everything else. Jackson, you picked tonight. Great game. How did it feel to come in for your?
Great coming in fast. We came in hot and scored it off the bat. Going.
How do you feel?
Top tier.
You absolutely. Looking at you still running at the end of the game, how many miles you put on your feet tonight, and no cramping and anything else. You look great out there.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you much.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Nice job tonight. Forward to seeing you guys the rest of the year.
All right. Thanks, Pat. All right, guys, we'll come back and wrap things up here. Again, Mr. Koval, the player of the game. Our coverage will continue right after this. This is the Corky's Pizza Pro Threads Print Shop post-game show.
It takes teamwork and commitment in order to succeed. Just like all our local area high school athletes are doing this fall, we offer the same teamwork and commitment to all your vehicle sales, service, and parts needs at Donovan & Bauer Auto Group in Titusville. At Donovan & Bauer, you can see your favorite Chevrolet, GMC, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, and pre-owned vehicles all in one lot. We at Donovan & Bauer wish good luck to all our local area athletes this fall. When you have the time, we invite you to find new roads and visit us on Route 8 North in Titusville or shop online at donovanbauer.com and donovanandbauerautogroup.com.
Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas.
No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night?
Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
I've been practicing medicine for over 25 years.
I've been practicing for about 20 years. As a parent, I really wanted my son to get the HPV vaccine.
I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, and I've given the vaccine to all of them.
I made sure my son got the HPV vaccine when he was 12.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply. ProThreads Print Shop is the area's premier screen printing and embroidery company. Locally owned, ProThreads prides themselves in specializing in school and travel sportswear and fan gear, as well as business and corporate apparel. Get your team mascot or company logo screen printed, embroidered, or engraved on just about anything. Check out our designs on Facebook or online at ProThreadsPrintShop.com. For superior service with personalized attention, talk to the pros at ProThreads Print Shop.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza ProThreads Print Shop post-game show. Jackson Koval, our player of the game. Well, guys, good to be back here at Franklin. Good to be covering the Titusville Rockets. Good to be back doing football and fall sports. Thoughts on the game and what's next?
Well, I was just pleased with the effort by everybody on the team tonight. And as I said, I thought it was going to be right down to the wire. But Franklin made some mistakes. But the nice thing is Titusville took advantage of them and never gave up and played very hard all the way through the ball game. So very good sign for what's ahead. We got a tough schedule. This is Franklin and Titusville, but we've got to get tough schedule.
We've got Sharpsville coming up next week. Then I think the week after that is Fort LaBeouf.
Yeah, then Meadville.
And then Meadville after that. So it's not going to get easy here for Titusville. This was an important win for them. And the thing I like about it was, you're right, it was a 4-quarter effort.
Yeah.
They made some mistakes, but they didn't hang their heads. But the really surprising thing for me, and it's kind of for Franklin too, very few penalties tonight. There was not a whole lot of flags, and I thought we'd see a ton of flags tonight.
Not until late in the game.
Not until late in the game, really. And so kudos to both teams for that, but Titusville did a really nice job executing both offensively and defensively.
Pat?
I was impressed that they came out as sharp as they were for being the first game. You know, being one scrimmage under their belt and being able to pull off some of those plays that are timing, their conditioning. Looking at Titusville, you know, you didn't see any kids laying on the ground cramping up. You know, they've evidently done a nice job conditioning, so that puts ahead in my book going into game 2. They really came out so sharp and playing as a team. I think, you know, that just leads them into a good second week.
It's going to be a tough second week down at Sharpsville. We don't know much about them. It's always good down that way.
Yep, good football.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But we go down there with a win under our belt, a good win, and not just a close one, a big win.
No, big win.
And played hard in the last quarter of the game.
Yep.
So I was pleased with that.
Took care of business when you needed to.
That's right.
Yep. Good to be back.
It is. Football season.
Just in time for us to leave.
Yeah.
You get to roll it up.
And we will. Hey, we got a big crew. Want to thank everybody, Pat, Steve, Jim, Adam, Cullen, and JD, got Joe Watkins, for our entire crew. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we look forward to being back next week. We got Rocket Soccer, football week from tonight, and a busy season ahead. Looking forward to it. Our coverage of Rocket football this season made possible by these great sponsors: by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by the University of Pittsburgh Titusville Education and Training Hub, by Armstrong, by Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning, by Crawford Health Improvement Coalition, by ProThreads Print Shop, by Marsh Home Center, by the Titusville Mill, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports' presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.